Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is the road to Blind Soul Eater reactions. We're on Volume 4. The reason we're looking at Volume 3 right now is because I want to do a quick guess for, what we're doing for Volume 4. And I think in general, what are we prioritizing with the covers? Because Volume 3, I think, makes it very clear, we are not prioritizing the person on the volume is the most important person in the volume. In which case, I think we're mainly going for we're going to try and cover as many people as possible. And that then means, how do I put it? There are some series where, you're only going to put characters on the cover if you already know them. And then there are ones where it's sometimes the cover is foreshadowing even. Sometimes it's you've never seen this person, but then you're going to read this volume. And after reading it, you'll then go okay, I get it. That's why this person's on the cover. Or, sometimes you'll read the whole thing and go I still don't quite get why this person's on the cover, but, in hindsight, it'll make more sense. The fact that the perfect editions keep the same characters, and I assume that's going to stay consistent, means that I assume that, with other manga things as well, if you're doing fewer volumes than the original release, sometimes things get shuffled around, sometimes it gets really wonky. With Soul Eater, I'm assuming that we're doing the same characters on the same covers. I'm guessing then that we're going to prioritize characters that we've already seen over new characters. Like for Volume 4, for instance, it's a real split of because we saw Free at the end of the last volume, my immediate thought would be, okay, so he's probably going to be the focus of the next volume. But since we barely saw him, and also we don't have a partner for him, Erica's going to break him out, so it could be Erica. It could also be Mabasama, maybe, but that feels super far in the future. That feels like a real, Volume 20 reveal. The other options we have at this point are, we could do Shinigami and, Death Scythe. That feels also very endgame. Endgame or, middle of the series, Volume 13. That would actually be extremely sick if it was Volume 13. We could do Krona and Ragnarok. That's we've been also doing Krona and Ragnarok stuff every volume since Volume 2, since they're introduced. So now could be the time. I don't know if we're gonna do an entire arc with them in the next volume, but we could just do it to do it. That makes the most sense to me, actually, because apart from them, we don't really have a lot of other weapons and meisters. It could be someone totally new, but yeah, based on Kid being here as a clear, this is Volume 3, we gotta round out the trio, even if he's basically just here for the Excalibur chapter. I think we're going more for, we're covering people, given, building up, here's a character in the cast, and then here's their cover. So I'm going with, Krona and Ragnarok. Okay, Krona, Ragnarok, and Medusa. Interesting, I would have given Medusa her own entire volume. I can see why, to be fair. It's also, the positioning is really strong. Medusa's, standing away from Krona. Krona's standing, in between. Their, body language is a real, Medusa's a hard, a little bit turned. I am still interested in you, but I'm not, invested in you. Krona's got this real, should I stay or should I go energy. Real, wiggly. So right in the middle, which makes a lot of sense as well with, with Ragnarok being right in the middle, being the thing that binds them together. Also, Ragnarok's design is just so strong. It feels really weird to say this, but I guess, Ragnarok's closest, analog I can think of to, anything else would be, Venom, right? From Marvel. Which is crazy, because, Venom's main thing is the mouth, and Ragnarok has no mouth at all. But, he's got the punk aesthetic, he's got the, giant, bulgy muscles, absurd, beyond what a normal person could have. Even a bodybuilder would look crazy with these muscles. And, of course, being the black blood, being the ooze, quite literally being a symbiote, actually. But yeah, to be fair, I also don't know if Medusa's gonna have, a partner. Medusa is very by herself. And I think you could do a cover where it's, just her and her tattoo, maybe? But then, when we get to the perfect era, it's is one page going to be Medusa and the other one is that going to be the tattoo? Whereas here, I can see it being, over here, obviously, we've got Krona. Insane pose. Breaking that spine like crazy. Ass fully out, chest fully out. Incredible. Did I call someone else pray-coded? because like that is the ultimate prey-coated like pose. Yeah. Tsubaki is also very prey-coated, but she's like Fluttershy prey-coated, I suppose. Whereas like, dear God. Okay, well, actually, let's look at Medusa. Let's get them lined up. Oh yeah, this is predator and prey. This is an absolute I will kill you, please kill me. Holy shit. Oh, the arrow is an interesting choice, like to take up the excess space. I'm genuinely surprised there's no Ragnarok here. Though I guess that would look weirder on like a cover. Like yeah, like on the cover we have Ragnarok is relatively small because there are two other people who are like more foregrounded. And so they take up more space. Whereas Ragnarok is so large that you wouldn't really able. I mean, to be fair, again, like Ragnarok's whole thing is coming out of Krona, so I think you could have done it. But I also think leaving him out in order to to get this like shot of Krona is pretty much worth it. So, yeah, great poses, great looks. Like yeah, I've been kind of like bagging on the perfect like covers, but I've gotta say these look really good. Like also having Medusa's expression be her like her very evil like like the expression we rarely ever actually get to see from her, the very ugly, very like truly snake-like look, having the tongue out, like oh, it looks so good. The negative space here is also really interesting. Like I was like I noticed it with this arm, obviously the fact that like it looks like it's half cut off, but then this one's also the same, which I assume is supposed is that supposed to be like a wrist thing? Or is it just like the idea that like a shadow would be cast on that area? No, because she's got shadows elsewhere. Oh, I don't know, but yeah, I'm guessing that is just supposed to be like like a very stylized forearm thing. Because down here you can also see like a little bit of her fist, implying that her arm is doing that, and then it does like end in a fist over here. Yeah, these two look great in this style. Damn. All right, a little soul illustration here. Oh, it's the back cover. As always, who can tell what any of this means? Like, obviously, this is the scream from what is that tech called? Is it just scream resonance? But yeah, it's like a scream resonance slash. Most of these, I don't know if these mean anything. That's cat labor again, of course. This one, of course, very clear. Like that soul, I assume, being taken over, going black blood, crazy psycho mode. And then I'm human catcher. I assume this is probably from our Atsushi-ya for the week. Oh, is this a poll? Okay. Ooh, don't call me. Do we have a like bigger version of that? Yeah. But okay. Oh, this is actually a really cool pairing with the Maka one from last volume. Like Maka like cutting the phone as a clear like like no interference, no being called. As opposed to Krona and Ragnarok, who are both like waiting for the call. Like there's nothing wrong with the phone, but like Krona is still going like, don't call me, like please don't. I'm not going to do anything to stop you from calling me, but I really don't want you to call me. Oh, I've definitely felt this mood. I mean, truly, anytime I'm expecting a call, especially if it's like a actual call, like if it's a Discord call, that's one thing that I'm a little more chill with. But anytime it's like an actual like like landline or like cell phone call from someone calling on a physical phone somewhere else, it bothers me so much. There's a level of like this call might get dropped. I don't like I'm on my phone I don't have a like I don't have voicemail. On the home phone it's a little sketchy sometimes like like it cuts out. There's a layer of uncertainty there that makes it even worse than a normal like I'm gonna get a message or something else. I guess this also fits with like like Maka like cutting off in a sense like like some of her connection to Soul, like being more distant from him, as opposed to I assume that Krona and Ragnarok, like since they're both here, like it's not that their connection is like being challenged, but rather it is their connection to Medusa. It is that like don't call me as in like please don't tell me to go do something. I don't want to do something. I don't want to go in public. I don't want to have to murder people. Not from the sense of like I don't want to hurt people, but I think more from the sense of like I don't want to interact with people socially, and killing them does count as interacting with them socially. Also, this is one of those rare instances where I do think the no color version looks better than the color version in terms of it could also just be my screen, to be fair, but like a lot of Ragnarok's like musculature is totally like blacked out here. I assume you guys, yeah, I'm looking at it on OBS, and it looks about the same. Like, it looks more like splotchy. It's hard to tell what is what's. Like, there's like no definition right here, whereas like on the black and white, you can see way more definition there. Let us have mercy on the crying soul. Huh. Interesting. That does feel actually like very, very Krona, like Krona coded, not in Krona showing mercy, but like someone else showing mercy on Krona. Like Krona is nothing if not a crying soul, or I guess more like a broken soul that can't really cry. But also, you know, I can see Krona crying. As someone who is, of course, also seen like like in behalf of Fire Force. It has a very big, like, like, Final Force, like, like, laying someone to rest energy, which is something Soul Eater doesn't really do. Like, for a series where, like, everyone's essentially an agent of the Shinigami. Like, like, they're all working for death. They're all working for, the Reaper. There's very little, like, we need you to lay to rest. We want to show mercy to you. It's way more just, like, because we're harvesting the souls of evil people, it's a hard, like, yeah, fuck you, go kill yourself. Nice. The specific, like, transition from Tsubaki's hair to the chain looks so good every time. Like, it's so simple. It's not like it's complicated or anything, but every time it just has such a satisfying look to it. Love it. But yeah, curious to see as well, like, are we going to see more of the Uncanny Sword very, very soon? Or is that going to be something where, like, like, where where Black Star has to like do more training with the sucky jar in order to like build up the ability to use it, because it is very flashy, which means I can't imagine, like, I think he's got to do it at least once. He's the kind of person where I imagine he's going to get obsessed with trying to do it, and then once he's done it once, he can go back to, like, fighting normally or integrating it into a part of his fighting style. But I feel like he's gonna, like, really emphasize it until he can actually do it properly, and he's gonna fuck it up, like, once or twice. Also, God, yeah, their dynamic is so good. Like, Tsubaki's arms, like, Tsubaki's hands on his shoulders, the look upon her face. She has this, like this almost Madonna-esque, like, kindness to her, but not in a, like, looking down upon you way, which is, it's very easy to have that feel weird. Like, like looking at a baby. She doesn't look like that. It's maybe the slightest bit condescending, but I think it is truly appreciative. It is a real, like, I think you're really cool. I know you're probably gonna fuck up, but you're still very cool. Whereas Black Star himself is, like, not looking back at all, not reacting at all, fully just, he's got his eyes on the prize. Okay, it's the breakout. I guess she, like, spiked the guard's drink. A certain someone asked me to break you out of jail. I'll get you out right now. Who do you think I am? You think I'm actually gonna accept someone's help? Yep, absolutely. Oh my god, the fact that they're both pioning down. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love them already. Huh. Yeah, why were you stuck? Those scenes you always see in the movies? The ones where the guy uses a spoon to dig at the wall of his cell a little bit every day to make an escape tunnel. Oh, that was just such a honest, hard-working way to do it. I thought it was cool, so that's what I tried to do. But the only thing they gave us to eat with were chopsticks. I really messed up. He looks so proud of himself. Here. I tried to think of some other way, but then I realized I ain't no idea, man. Not that it matters now, but you could have peed on the iron bars to make them rust little by little. God damn it! Shit! I never thought of that! I love him. God, he's so good. 10 out of 10. God, Free is so good. Like, I think truly, Soul Eater's the kind of series where, like, part of why I've never, like, gone all the way is that it's very, like, uneven in terms of, like, the characters I think about sometimes. Like, with a lot of series, like, like, with Full Alchemist, I'm thinking of the brothers all the time. I'm thinking of, like, a lot of the cast just, like, idly as I'm laying in bed. Whereas, like, Free, I think, is one of the characters I'm always thinking of. Honestly, Krona's also up there in terms of just a, like, damn. I'm curious about how your story ends. Free, I'm not curious about his story ends. It's more of a, like, I'm curious how he is. How did you turn out like this? Also, so yeah, like, Erica doesn't have a way to break the shackles or the chain, but, like, do they have something set up, maybe, that they're going to go to? Or is it just a, like, well, we're gonna get on a train and get super far away, and after that, we'll freestyle it? I assume the plan is to take him to Medusa, at which point I assume she probably has, like, something she can use to break him out. I mean, to be fair, I also assume part of the plan was probably to get the keys to these, and she probably was just like, can't do it, fuck it. Oh boy, oh boy. Be careful, there's someone close by. Thanks. Prisoner number 13, Demon Eye Man. Do not resist us. If you try to fight, we won't go easy on you. Huh. It didn't really occur to me until, like, now, but yeah, like, with this guy as well. Like, they do have, like, Anubis hats. And we did see, like, the Temple of Anubis being destroyed in Prologue 3. I'm curious if those are tied together at all. Like, it would make sense with, like, Anubis being the lord of the underworlds. Like, even if it's not a literal, like, 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 those pyramids were connected to this place. I could see it just being a general, like, inspiration. Okay. Biting through the, like, are these just sticks? Wait, yeah, there's nothing here. Hold on, let me zoom into this shot, actually. Yeah, these are just sharp sticks. Interesting. Not necessarily a bad idea. Like, it's not that far off from, like, like, using a bokken, which I know people actually do to, like, restrain prisoners. I mean, granted, you usually don't stab them with the fucking bokken, but still. Okay. So we've escalated from sharp sticks to grenade launcher? Well, to be fair, I guess he's not supposed to be pulling this out now. Holy shit. Ooh, Mama didn't lock me up without killing me because she wanted to. She had to because she couldn't kill me. Because I'm immortal. God, so fucking cool. Oh, the no future eyebrow with the demon eye is such a fucking look. Holy shit. Medusa didn't tell you? You didn't know about this? I guess, to be fair, I imagine Mabasama probably doesn't talk about the guy who stole her eye that often. I like, how do I put it? It's really something where either you would always be talking about it or you're never talking about it. That's also interesting because, yeah, he's immortal. Like, you would assume that you could just, like, rip it out. But maybe it's something where, like, because he's immortal, like, if you rip it out, it goes back in. Oh, wolves. This, like, of all the magic chants that we've gotten up to this point, and even going forward, I can't imagine a cooler one. Like, wolves sounds so good. It has such a good rhythm to it. It has a growl to it. Oh my god, right. Oh, I forgot his Carlin-ass fucking fighting style. Holy shit. Oh, that's so sick. Oh my god. Holy shit, right through his stomach. Oh, Bigaroo. Holy fuck. Yeah, he's so cool. He's so fucking cool. Also, if you can leap that far, you can hustle with the goddamn, like, how do I put it? I guess, to be fair, they're trying to be stealthy. That's why he was, like, dragging it, or, like, they were hopping along. Whereas, like, if they can run, they should be fine. Like, yeah, I assume now he can start leaping. Meanwhile, DWMA. Let's do some special tutoring. Because, yeah, like, their problem is, it's a lot more than just, like, I don't have enough energy, or I gotta, like regulate the suck. We're gonna need some... How do you resynchronize them? I'm imagining, like, the synchronized dance to try and, like, get them back into the same vibe. So, stop. Okay. I assume this was the Big Maka Chop. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, are these windows? Is that what we're doing? I don't know if these are windows or if these are, like, pillars that have, like... Oh, I think they're pillars, actually. Oh, I don't know. I think they're windows. I think they're more windows than pillars. Yeah. That's got to be peeking outside. And then, like, this is the area in between the window. Yeah. Okay. So we've jumped right to, all right, time for the super dangerous training where you might never be able to sync up again. Knowing that, are you still prepared to do this exercise? Okay. Your Meister's decided. Let's just go along with it. Maka, that by itself, I feel like, is a problem. Like, this is already the opposite of synchronicity. Okay, the Meister does have the authority to decide. But yeah, Maka, you gotta communicate. You gotta talk to Soul about this. Like, you kind of already had an epiphany last volume, but still, you gotta talk to him. Now, I want each of you to point out the other's faults. You know what? This is devastating. This is extremely dangerous. You might never be able to sync up again. Truly. Instantly. She's stubborn, reckless. Her hobbies are reading and puzzles. She's gloomy. Her ankles are fat. Oh my god. You can add violence to that list. Oh no, not again. Maka. Okay. These are the candles that make you mad. I see. Well, they rile a person's emotions. Because of the word rile, that inherently makes me think more like a negative mad, but to be fair, if it's just amplifying any emotion, that could also, like, increase love. That can, like, yeah, I could see it. I mean, yeah, even an instant comment tests a relationship. But yeah, even the fact that, like, we've blanked out, like, what Maka's saying. We haven't heard any of what she said towards him. I think that also really highlights this whole deal. That, like, she is the one who is, like, springing forward. Whereas, like, Soul is, like, like, he's willing to communicate. She's not willing to communicate. I mean, yeah, hopefully this changes that. Okay, so she did say it. And yeah, like, this whole situation is flipped. It is fundamentally weird. Like, like, for a Meister to get stronger to protect her weapon. Like, it's not that it's a negative concept, but it is a real, like, like, Solier definitely has a, like, a strong perspective on, like, the correct way, the right way, like, the right balance. Like, I could see Maka managing to make it work, but it feels like, like, even, like, how do I put it? If even Black Star on some level has to respect this. Like, he is someone who is capable of fighting without his weapon, and yet he still understands, like, the point is not to try and outshine my weapon. The point is to use my weapon, and through that, to shine. Like, if even he can figure that out, it's gotta be a fundamental nature of the world. You've been acting weird too. What do you have against me trying to get stronger? But okay, yeah, he's thinking of the blood. It's not like I'm afraid of that little ogre, or getting stronger. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been bagging on Maka, so you gotta explain what the fuck's going on with you. It's gonna be really cringe, but you gotta do it. Yeah, this is real bad. Still, wavelengths are starting to fall out of alignment. So yeah, we didn't resolve it in that talk. This is really, really bad. It's a really difficult thing to stick to. But it's never been more true. You gotta, like, like, if you've got a problem, you gotta talk it out. It sucks. It sucks. I hate it. It's the worst. It'd be really nice if being able to step away helps to fix the problem, but it never fixes the problem. It's always just open until you, like, resolve yourself and fix it. And to be fair, sometimes you can't. But, like, this is one where, like, how do I put it? Usually when you can't, it's because there's some layer of, like, being too raw, like, like, hey, like, literal, like, I can't function, I can't speak anymore, my neurons cannot put the words together, I cannot express, like, my side. And I can see that honestly with Soul. Like, Soul is the kind of person who lies even to himself. Like, even here, his inner monologue is a clear, like, like, I'm trying to convince myself that this is okay. So honestly, maybe he does need to just, like, have another nightmare and then wake up and then be like, okay, listen, Maka, now I can talk to you about this. Blair's so cute. Does Blair eat their food? Again, what is this living arrangement? This is all I get to eat? One piece of flavored nori? Whew. Big oof. Big oof. Whew. Yeah, this really feels like something's gotta get worse before it gets better with these two. They're too blockheaded. That really is it. Like, it's something that could be very strong. If they're both stubborn and, like, towards a united cause, they're going to be really strong. But their stubbornness is a really big problem when it comes to actually interacting with each other. Like, Jesus Christ. But okay, did they drag him all the way over? Hell yeah. Oh, damn. Okay, so Erica did, like, get his shackles off and shit. Cool. Again, I assume, that was still, it came down to stealth. Like, yeah, I assume once they got far away enough, he could just use his ice to, like, break his shackles and whatnot. Someone came. How do I deal with this Ragnarok? Mood. Dude, I was literally in my room for, like, an hour yesterday because someone came to the door and I was like, oh no, someone's at the door. I can't leave my room. I don't know if they're gonna enter the house. Now, what about your promise? Get all your snakes out of my body! All of them. Don't be silly. I'll take one out for each job you do. That's pretty fucked up too. Like, yeah, I do consider she has more than one snake inside of Erica. And, I'm not seeing a snake come out. She could be lying. She could just be like, yeah, don't worry. A snake totally came out. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. Oh, Erica's hat crying is so cute. Oh, like, yeah, it's tearing up over here as well. Oh, she's great. She's great. Oh, nice to meet you, Demon Eye Man. Demon Eye Man. That's right. When they put me in that jail, they took everything from me, even my name. From now on, I'm a free man. Yeah, call me free. Based, based, based. Yeah, honestly, very interesting that, like, when he says they took his name, like, I'm so curious what that means culturally. Like, has it just been a situation where, like, he doesn't even remember his name? Is it something where, like, he had a name and they officially took it away, like they legally removed it? It could also just be something where, like, even if he remembers his old name, it's something where it's like, well, I don't really identify with that anymore. Free, huh? I wonder if he really will be in the end. Medusa, you're the worst. Oh, and truly, without missing a beat, she immediately gets how to play him, like, instantly. Yeah, you don't have to do anything. Don't worry about it. But I want to do something. Well, there is one thing you can do. I want you to crush a certain Meistern weapon. Simple, isn't it? Okay, they're going to be going to London. The rules made by Shinigami. They ain't nothing but an eyesore. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll wipe him out. Huh, I am curious, like, what is his motivation? Is it just, like, like discrimination against werewolves? Because, yeah, I would assume there's a categorical, like, how do I put it? It feels very like, like in D&D core, so to speak, that, like, like witches want to run amok. Like, that is fundamentally part of their nature. Even if you're born a witch, your immediate thought is, man, I want to fuck some shit up. I imagine being a werewolf is probably similar. It's probably also like, I want to fuck shit up. Which would then allow, like, the Death himself to be like, all right, I'm gonna just put down your entire race real quick. God damn. London Bridge is still standing. I mean, if the world of Soul Eater is one where, like, every story is real, then this bridge is gonna fucking fall apart. There's no way it won't. God damn. You know what? For once in my life, I'm down with Black Star. If it's snowing a tiny little bit, you don't need long sleeves. This is a psyop that the Americans are incepting into your brain. You don't need them. You can wear short sleeves in winter. It's fine. It's not that cold. Jeez. Ever since you guys got attacked by the demon sword, all extracurricular activities are okay. Yeah, assignments have to be done by 2 teams together. That's honestly pretty, like, oh, that's a really good way to, like, to help with the team ups. Like, this is a series where fundamentally I could see the series running into the problem of, like, because our groupings are inherently teams, it'd be very easy for them to just sort of be apart for, like, so much of the series. It's something that I've, like, it's not something that's ever really a problem, because naturally, if you're writing a series, you're gonna find a way around. But I see that, like, fans tend to bring this up quite often when it comes to, like, like stuff like this, where they're like, okay, you contrived a reason for these people to be together. Why don't we just simply have every character be by themselves? Why don't we just cut to every character individually across the planet over the course of the entire series over and over again? These two. Man, Tsubaki is working overtime. Like, a chain connects things, and she is struggling. Oh, it is cool having Maka, like, like, in a larger group, she can just be the censor. The bad people on Shinigami-sama's list or who are around here are... Oh, really close? Oh, there's something about his soul. It's not normal. There's a bunch of stuff mixed together. I wonder if his soul's gonna have, like, a giant fucking googly eye on it. Ooh. Oh, sick. The no future is on his soul. To be fair, like, Maba-sama has the eye patch that has, like, like, one half written over that, like, side of her face. I wonder if the no future is, like, literally a part of the eye. Like, when he, like, stole it and put it into his head, if that, like, came with it? Or is it just something that he, like, that he identifies with so much that it's also on his soul? But yeah, like, the symbol of the eye just being on there is sick as hell. And he's got these, like, I assume this is supposed to look kind of like wolf fur? Also, is Maka just sensing, like, the evil coming off of him? Like, how do I put it? This isn't like Santa rules. Like, she's not, like, flipping through a list and going, like, okay, literally, he's on the list. Because also, what would you write on the list? What does Shinigami have on the list for this guy? Like, this, like, Free literally just came up with the name Free, like, an hour ago. So, what is on the list? Is it what I said before? Is it just, like, because also, she doesn't know what else is there. So, like, how would he even describe him? I feel like she just has to be, like, sensing general evil and then being able to, like, she can then be like, okay, this is enough evil that he would be on the list. But even then, if your list is just a rating, that's not a list. Like, it might just be because I'm recording this near the holiday season. But, like, like, you would never say Santa can, like, sense your naughtiness rating. I mean, like, you would never do it. It is always, Santa has a list, and he checks it twice, and on the list is literally your name. And then, like, I assume if you change your name, or if you have aliases or stuff, he, like, changes those accordingly. Or, like, maybe he hyperlinks them or whatnot. But in any case, like, what the fuck is Shinigami doing? I gotta see this list at some point. He's gotta... I don't need to see the whole thing. I need to see a segment of it. And all right. I knew it immediately. Uncanny sword. Let's go. I just have to hold out for 30 seconds. Okay. Like, has the suck jar, like, already gotten him to that point? Let's go. Ooh. Wow. Even the resonance is stable. Is that Black Star's soul? Damn. Holy shit. Okay. It's very surprising there's no, like, actual star on it. But yeah, the shape looks really fucking cool. Like, I'm pretty sure we've seen this shape before actually from him. And then I assume, like, the markings are probably actually from Tsubaki, right? God damn, he looks so cool. Who do you think you are? Take it up the center of the bridge. Ooh. And okay, so the spindle has, like, the marking on it. So, like, how do I put it? It seems very obvious, but... So, like, the ice magic is, like, from Mabasama's eye. But I guess the question is, like, what does that mean? Like, because his chant is wolf wolves in the same way that, like Medusa's is, like, snake, snake, naked, cobra. Is it wolf wolves because he's a wolf? Is he using his chant but channeling Mabasama's magic? Or is this his magic? Like, would his magic have been ice magic, if he became a witch? And so by having the eye, it, like, unlocks that. Like, I don't think right now it really makes that much of a difference, but in general, that would create then the difference between, like, for instance, if Maka got this eye, like, would she also have ice magic because the ice magic is tied to the eye? Or would, like, she obtain the magic that she would have obtained were she a witch? And, like, if that's the case, what would it be? Would she have to, like, chant like an animal name? Would she just say scythe over and over again? Is a scythe an animal? Oh, he grabbed the ice with the shadow. Or I guess rather, Tsubaki grabbed the ice with the shadow. Like, yeah, we are doing, like, Tsubaki controls the shadow while, like, Black Star holds the actual sword. That's sick as fuck. Oh, take this. My own personal ultimate technique. Shadow Star. Let's fucking go. Oh no! 10 seconds. Not even 10 seconds. He was really sick until exactly then, though. Holy shit. Ooh. He got him. No. Soul, run! Yeah, I mean, truly, how do you beat him? Like, if you cut off his head, I guess this runs into, like, the Deadpool question of, like, if you cut off his head, does he grow a new head, or does his head grow a new body? I would assume his head grows a new body because he's got the eye. Like, how do I put it? If he grows a new head, that would, I assume, be a head without the eye, because the eye is, like, it's its own thing, in which case he wouldn't have magic anymore. If he grows from the head down, he would still have the eye, but that seems, like, less natural. Like, if his immortality comes from being a werewolf, which I assume it is. I assume it doesn't come from having the eye, otherwise, the interaction of having the eye and being immortal wouldn't really, yeah. He's from the immortal clan. Sick. Ooh. No way, that clan actually exists. The shape of his soul is changing too. There's no doubt about it. He's the one who stole the eye of the Queen of the Witches, the legendary Wolf Man. God. Also, wait a minute. Hold on. You know this? I mean, to be fair, Maka reads, this is an indictment of Erika. Erica didn't know this. You're telling me a child who is going to DWMA knows about the guy who stole the Witch Queen's eye and you didn't know? Oh my lord. But yeah, he's so fucking cool. He's so fucking cool. And yeah, so it is like immortality and being a wolf man are the same thing, I assume. I guess to be fair, we haven't confirmed that yet. Like, he's of the immortal clan. That doesn't necessarily mean they all could become wolf people. It's possible they were immortal people and then he became a wolf man. Wait, when did Soul Eater come out? Wait a minute. Soul Eater came out after Underworld, right? Don't worry, I'm not going to look at any spoilers. I just want to see what the date was. So, from 2004 to 2013, Underworld, the original, came out in 2003, and then Evolution came out in 2006. Ooh, it depends on when this chapter came out, which I'm not going to look at. That, I think, might move me too close to danger. But I believe it's Underworld Evolution that, well, no. Underworld introduces the lore of essentially something very similar to this. The idea of, like, we had the Immortal Clan, and then some of them became werewolves. But I think that's codified in Evolution. I don't remember how much is in the original movie. I'll have to check that later. Because it could also be a coincidence. But, knowing that Okubo is, like, very willing to do a reference, I could definitely see him watching Underworld and going, all right, I got a really cool idea. I got an incredibly cool idea. Huh. Soul and I have Witch Hunt Slash. If Witch Hunt Slash can work on demons, I'm sure it can beat an immortal too. It works on demons? Maka, I feel like you really... Like, don't worry, how do I put it? It's not like this is a negative or anything, but it feels like Maka really jumps like 2 hoops into saying directly, by the way, demons exist and Witch Hunt Slash works on them. When I feel like there is a cleaner path of, he's got the eye of a witch, therefore, an attack that kills witches should work on him. But I guess, to be fair, like, witches are not immortal, whereas, like, Free is immortal. And demons, I guess, are probably immortal. Maybe. Oh, okay. Hot. So yeah, not, like, heavy, but hot. Ooh, you're too hot for me to hold. Yeah. Because, to be fair, like, Blackstar trying to pick up Soul was, like, how do I put it? The difference, I think, there was that Blackstar and Soul were both aligned. Like, they both wanted to win. They both wanted to beat Kid. Like, they're very similar people. But, like, fundamentally, like, even if they're similar, they don't have the training necessary to work well with one another. They don't know each other that well. They can't, like, properly resonate. Whereas, like, what's happening with Maka and Soul, I think, is, like, the reverse of resonance. Like, they're clashing. Their gears are, like, the teeth are directly landing into each other. Therefore, it's hot. Okay. Medusa's looking on through Erica. This is such a good, like, plan for her. Because, yeah, like, even if, worst case scenario, really, like, Free loses, Erica gets, like, killed, even then, she is untouched. So, Soul Eater, how will your body's black blood respond to a bad situation like this? Like, in this kind of situation, does he fear death? Let the experiment begin. Let's go. It's a real bad situation. Now, show me how your black blood will respond. Ooh, it's hard to breathe. I've never thought about it before. How exactly do I breathe? How do I use Soul? Damn. Like, yeah, they are so estranged from one another right now. God damn. The rules you guys make are a pain. Yeah, they're eyesores. I'm gonna tear every single one of you to pieces. Fighting Wolf Fist. Oh boy. Wolf martial arts. Let's fucking go. Huh. The, like, 3-finger poke is really interesting. Okay, yeah, like, not an ice pillar to freeze her, just an ice pillar to, like, create something to smash her into. Oh my god. Oh god, his design looks so good even when it's tiny. Like, honestly, especially when it's tiny, actually. Like, it looks good on a close-up, but it's also just, like, the proportions are really, really good for, like, far away shots. Also, the fact that, like, like, Mabasama's eye can be insanely detailed when you zoom in on it, but also it can just be, like, pure white. Blackstar Tsubaki, you gotta get yourselves together. Oh my god! Demon Eye Cannon! Huh, this does not look like it was going to be ice. Holy shit. His face looks like a fucking book here. Insane. Oh! God damn it. Shit! I made the wrong thing come out of the wrong place! But I'm alright. Yeah, I'm fine. Because I'm immortal. God. Oh, such a good gag. Looks like the 200 years I spent in jail made me rusty. Oh my god. Ooh. Maka-chan, if you can't use soul, then use me. I am curious, like, right now is probably a bad time. I am curious to see if they could do better than, Black Star and Soul. I assume it'd be the same problem. How do I put it? It feels like there's an added level of compatibility in that, like, Tsubaki is more easygoing, / like, she can also literally just become a scythe, or at least a Kama. But how do I put it? Yeah, like, I still don't think their souls would really mesh, but I'm curious to see what the backfire would look like. Okay, holy shit, she's just holding Tsubaki, damn. Okay, oh, damn, that's actually really surprising. I wonder if it's because, even, how do I put it? Like, even Black Star doesn't, use his willpower to make Tsubaki change. He yells out loud, like, Tsubaki, do this, and then she does that. But to be fair, I wonder if that might just be, how the weapons work. Because, for the others as well, for Kid, for Soul, one Soul does the Witch Hunt Slash. Maka says out loud, Witch Hunt Slash. To be fair, based on the way it's written, drawn, I don't know if they're doing it simultaneously, if he transforms and she says it. Whereas, with massacre mode when Kid is using the sisters, with that, he says, let's go. He's saying directly, okay, we're gonna do the thing, and then they can transform themselves to fit. Also, to be fair, you can use a weapon without resonance. I'm also mixing that up. Once you're using resonance, that is when, you can do the Witch Hunt Slash whatnot. That would be more our souls are literally meshed together. Whereas, even if they're not resonating, you can still do this. I guess, the problem is just, anti-resonance. The fact that, Tsubaki and Maka don't anti-resonate, though, is so surprising. I can't get over Free's pinch strikes. He's got so much shit going on with him, as befitting, his really muddled up soul. This is definitely, the thing I did not remember even slightly. Oh. God, his ice magic is so versatile. Because, yeah, the main thing he does is spikes, which I guess also, maybe they're supposed to resemble fangs. Because every other magic user has a pretty clear, this is the thing I do. For Erika and Nezumi? No, it was Izuma or something. It was a mixed up Nezumi. Both of them transform. Medusa's got the snake, snake projections, really. Whether it's the tattoo, whether it is her energy snakes, even the the vector arrows are essentially an application of a snake shape. So yeah, I guess as long as really Free managing to make a perfect circle in order to extend the size of his ball and chain, that is surprising considering everything else he's done has been a spike. But I guess it's not that crazy. Because also, I guess you could say, a circle would then be, the eyes shape. And then the spikes would then be, whether you say it's a claw or whether it's a fang or whatnot. That would be his, wolf shape. Oh! Okay. This is, not exact, but this is basically the exact same, situation they were in when Soul got slashed. Maka trying to do her own thing and stand up by herself. I mean, with Tsubaki's help here. And then Soul having to try and protect her anyways because she's still putting herself in danger. Oh, sick. God damn, Maka. I'll give it to her. She's tenacious. Oh my god. On the side of her face. Whew. All right, back to the sphere. Damn, what is Maka's physical training routine like? I don't know if we've ever seen her physically train at this point, but she's gotta be. She is she can slide around like it's nothing. Maka, this was a really stupid move. The stripes of his tail, matching the stripes of his outfit, are so cool as well. I'm so curious if he's going to get a different outfit, after this arc. Truly, his prison outfit and, the ball and chain as well, they're so iconic. I could definitely see him, completely changing it up. But, it'd be tough. It'd be really tough. God damn. Whew. This is brutal. Because yeah, like I'm curious to see if this will like change as Maka like gets stronger over the course of the series, but it is interesting that Meisters don't really have a way to strengthen themselves. Like even kids, like like ability to manipulate his own soul wavelength isn't really used for defense. Like he uses that to fire it. He uses it to like like to emit it as an attack, but he can't like strengthen his skin. He has no like real way of like like if any of them got hit in the face by a giant piece of ice like this, they're just getting hit in the face. There's no like thing they can really do in response. Like Krona's really the only one because Ragnarok is also Krona's blood. Like, no one else has anything even approaching that right now. The rules of DWMA that Shinigami makes up. They just use them to judge what they see as evil. Rules? Yeah, high and mighty rules. The fates of all of the wolves in the entire world are controlled by human rules. If any of them threatens a human's way of life, they're killed. Then when there's not many wolves left, they're taken into custody. I don't want a crappy future like that. Now it's my turn to judge. My anger is the anger of nature. Man, Free would have fucking rioted when Harambe got shot. Like, I get it. I do genuinely get it. Like, like his incarceration is the incarceration of all wolves. It is the hard, like, when you're strong, you're a threat. When you're weak, you need to be conserved. Like, we can't let you then, like, grow up to be a threat once more. We still have to have you controlled. But, like, that's why, like, I think more modern conservation efforts are legitimately very cool because they are hard. Like, you know what? Fuck it. The wolves are out there. They're gonna eat people. It's fine. Just don't get eaten. Just don't be fucking stupid. Like, we're not quite in the world that Free would have wanted. But, as shitty as things feel like they get, sometimes they do get a little bit better. Let's fucking go. Demons take the form of wolves, constantly watching humans with evil eyes. They wander, waiting for their chance to strike God's little lambs. Wolves are demons, isn't that what humans say? Why don't you run away and hide in your house? I don't care if it's made out of bricks, sticks, or straw. I'll blow it all down. God, he's so cool. Because, yeah, like, even recontextualizing him stealing Mabasama's eyes, being like, well, like, it's still a wolf eye regardless. God, yeah, I get it. I get why I feel so, like, I vibe with him so strongly. God damn. Ooh, that red hood looks really good on you. This may be the best possible situation for them. Like, the fact that, like, Soul, like, the fact that Soul and Maka are both, like, being pushed to the edge, the fact that Free is so insanely powerful, the fact that he's still, like, willing to wait there and, like, let them get themselves together because he's cocky, because he does want to lord it over them. And also, legitimately, the fact that Maka is bleeding from the head. Like, she's so fucking stubborn that I think she needs a little bit of, like, oxygen deprivation to kind of chill out again. Oh, it's okay. She's just gonna push through it. I will get strong. Let's go. Let's go. What are you doing? Calm down a little. But she can't. She's freaking it. Oh, if screaming your head off like that can make you strong, everyone would be strong. Oh my god. Oh, and the gremlin inside of him just looking. How much further can they go before they freaking snap? All right. Damn, not them, but Tsubaki having to step in. I mean, Tsubaki and unintentionally Free. Listen to what the other person has to say before you make your own arguments. If you don't, your own opinion won't come across. Then you'll get angry and you won't get anywhere. You do realize your partners did exactly what you said not to do. Blackstar's an idiot by nature, but I like him that way. That's just our team style. I mean, truly, I think truly, like, the whole Uncanny Sword chapter was, or like the Uncanny Sword volume, I should say, like, like what happened before all this was a really good way to really align the way they are. The fact that, like, Blackstar does respect Tsubaki and vice versa. And yeah, like, he is an absolute idiot. Yes, he will burn all of his energy in 10 seconds. But Tsubaki is fine with that, and that's why it works. Like, it isn't just that, it's not that she's settling for him. It truly is. She has fully accepted, yeah, it's cool. I'm okay with this. Like, the two of Soul and Maka are just fundamentally not okay with each other right now. I think they could be. They just need to talk this shit out. Just like there's a way that's right for me to make my soul strong, there must be a way that's right for us to get strong too. All I've been thinking about is catching up to Soul. No matter how hot it gets, even if my hands melt, I want to get stronger with Soul. Okay. She's got like wings coming out of her soul. Oh, that's stupid. I'm not even all that strong. Who says I won't get even stronger? Oh, and he heard it through her. They're resonating again. Huh, the wings are really interesting, huh? I'll just keep them in the back of my head. Oh, hey, ogre, take me wherever you want. I'm gonna bust your little plan. Let's go. All right, we're soul resonating again. There's our freaky soul eater from the back cover. What's this feeling? I'm being swallowed by soul. Holy shit. Oh, that looks so sick. He is soul eater. Even his soul is a soul eater. Okay, a weapon that carries black blood will eat away at its meister's very minds. Go on, make your resonance rate go even higher. Ooh, interesting. It's like we've got a witch hunt slash here. We've got the little mouth over here. It's like drooling, but it's actually way less big than it was before. Like the last two times we've seen it. To be fair, the last two times we've seen it, she's also like landed it. Like, like as she says, witch hunt slash. Whereas here, it feels more like it's imbued into the scythe itself. Okay, yeah, it's like just charged up in the scythe. An anti-demon wavelength, huh? Fine with me. Okay. Huh? Okay, you can do that. You can just giga-floof your tail. I will overcome this wall. Can you cut through a tail? Oh, the circle like extending out of his eye and like pressing into the no future. Looks so good. Oh yeah, it's doing it here as well, actually. Sick. Come on, Maka, you got this. You got this. Ooh, 6 hunt slash. I see. That might be a little too cute. Yeah, damn. Yeah, not a full guess, just a shallow cut. Oh, the Meister threw her weapon down to do a tackle. Okay, interesting move, Maka. Very interesting move. Okay. Why? I mean, I guess this is the fullest form of I want to get stronger than soul. I want to protect soul using my strength. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ooh. I save. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. He extended his claws using ice. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, who cut him? Oh, the bend of his claws is so cool. They're like his fingers are curved like this, and then the blades extend, and then you can see over here they've like curved again to get into Maka's skin. Holy shit. Yeah, who did this? Oh, I see. Blackstar finally woke the fuck up. You know what? Fair. I gotta give it to him. He made a save, and he did it as a side character. Though I guess he probably doesn't see it that way. Oh, okay, wolves your way back up. Oh, I formed in the wrong place. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is how you lose this one. Oh my god, Frey. Oh, banger. 10 out of 10. Like, truly, genuinely. I'm a sucker for this kind of ending where, like, how do I put it? Like, Maka got the actual win. Like, she already earned, she earned the ending that is, I win. And so, having, having Free beat himself here is both, like, it's a good moment. It is a hard, like, oh, he still had a chance, but he fucked it up. But it doesn't really take away from anything as well, because it is a hard, like, well, yeah, like, Maka did every condition necessary for victory anyways. It honestly happens quite a bit in, like, not every, like, shonen fight, but in a lot of them, there's a layer of, like, the finishing blow that is the, like, the finishing blow, quote unquote, and then a bit afterwards that is a, like, and now, like, this is one last exchange of blows, or this is one last, like, let's cap it off. But, like, the victory was already decided. We just want to, like, do one last thing. It's not something I'm inherently super into, but I can appreciate the idea. Whew. But okay, Medusa got exactly what she wanted. And this is one, like, also, like, there are plenty of villains who, like, do this kind of thing. They're like, even when I lose, I win. Sometimes it comes off feeling like gigacope, but I do think with Medusa, it does make sense. It is a hard, like, the Free is still out there. Like, she can always try to use him again at some point. He's immortal. It's fine. But there's that added layer of, like, all she really needed was just to like to progress the black blood research. And also, I think this might be the first time she said like she wants the Kishin to evolve, like not I'm going to like just create another Kishin. Like that's been what we've said before she's doing with Krona. This is a clear like I need to make the Kishin evolve. It's like, is that both a like like taking existing Kishin and making them evolve, or is that just like I'm going to make Krona a better Kishin? Like one's never been like perfect. I'm going to make one that is now perfect. Whew. Oh, okay. She's coughing up black blood now. I suppose that does make sense. Like, the soul got the black blood in him. He's been freaking out over that. They've resonated. And so now, like, it's in her as well. Ooh. Meanwhile, what do I do? I don't know how to deal with these people. Hate them. Okay, Scream Residents. Where are you? Like, actually, where the fuck are you? Oh, Screech Alpha. Okay. God, this swing looks fucking crazy. Like, Krona's being pulled by the strike. Like, this isn't like, how do I put it? It has the visual of like, like a classic like blade slash, but that's not what it is. Like Ragnarok has emitted the Screech Alpha, and then I assume it's like sliding forward and then like dragging the sword along for a minute. Like here, it then like fires off. But based on this shot, I have to imagine like Krona's being like dragged a bit, and then it like fired. Damn. Now I don't have to deal with anyone. Oh, it looks so goofy. I love it. Oh, hasn't everyone wanted to do this at some point? All right. So next we've got the ultimate written exam. Cool. The pacing has honestly been really, really good so far in terms of like even within like chapters / arcs, like drifting from like the very heavy, very serious stuff, the fighty stuff, to then like being able to like breathe. But I do appreciate that we're also getting like at least every volume I think so far has had a chapter that is a just you can breathe here. I get maybe not volume 1. Volume 1 is of course fundamentally different for reasons we've said many times. Also, like comparing these two immediately. You're telling me they couldn't typeset the text in the color that it originally was? Yeah, I assume it's the moon asking, like, are you enjoying your youth? And then Maka and Soul together, because this is between them, going, how stupid. Why does everyone hate the moon? Like, I think, the visual of the moon is super iconic. I don't know if I've heard anyone talking about, like, over the last, like, period in which Soul Eater has been, like, on my mind and the global consciousness. No one talks about the fact that everyone hates the moon and also kind of the sun, but mainly the moon. Soul's shirt is really nice. The 69 / the like a karmic symbol with the sun and the moon, clean. Also, like the orange tying him to Maka, like it looks so good. The bones on the ground are also a really nice contrast to the sky. It's all good. It's all good. Honestly, this jacket looks a little weird on Maka just because it's like, how do I put it? It's not that she can't pull off punk. She 100% can, but like she tends to be more preppy. It's like seeing that jacket on her actually is very surprising. Got the real like off-white style death tag here as well. Man, this is going to destroy her ankles. Oh my god. But yeah, so much character. Love it. Let's see how this exam does. All right, it's almost time for the ultimate written exam, which both the Meisters and the weapons will take. It's coming up 1 week from now. All right. Immediate predictions. Like, Maka, of course, is gonna ace it. Kid could go either way. It really depends. Like, he's, truly. He is either 0 or 100. It is either the, like, well, obviously I could school all this, or the, like, he goes home again. Soul? Yeah, Soul's out. I assume Black Star's out. Tsubaki, I think, is gonna do pretty good. And then the twins. Liz, I feel like, should be, like, average, I guess? Average to low. I don't know. Like, she is the more serious one. And I do feel like just being around Kid would also, like, there's a layer of just, like, sheer rubbing offness there. Like, they have to understand, like, a lot about, a lot of what Kid understands in order to properly, like, be by his side as weapons. Which I assume is also why this test is for both the Meisters and the weapons. Like, it's not enough to just be a strong weapon. Like, if you don't understand the theory that someone's working with, like, if you were trying to do soul resonance, but only the Meister knows soul resonance, it's going to be wonky. It's going to be off, like, unless you are literally Stein. Yeah, it's pretty striking that no one here looks happy about the test, except for Liz, except for Patty, who I assume is not listening. Oh, my numbers are offset. Okay, I am glad we're continuing with Stein's chair gag. Okay, we're actually seeing some of the class. I mean, they all got pretty basic designs, but still. Oh, I bet you're going to be number 1 again this year, Ox-kun. All right, so Maka does have a rival. Someone else is aiming for the top. Come on, Maka, I believe in you. You can beat Ox-kun. Hey, did you know? They say the person who gets first in the ultimate written exam is destined to make Death's weapon. Okay. Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, Black Star wants to be a contender. Meanwhile, yes, like, okay, kid's not gonna study. Yeah, he's fucked. He's giga fucked. Like, I assume he, like, he's competent. He could probably nail it, but, but for being kid reasons, he's gonna fail. Because also, oh yeah, he wasn't here last year. So I guess that, Ox-kun being number 1 also wouldn't really matter with him being in the class. But yeah, I assume for most of the series, kid's going to comedically fail out. Oh no, what is this divorced man doing? Oh, Stein, I'm just sending some good luck vibes to my daughter. Uh-huh. Talk to your daughter. I can't believe this man watched his daughter try to fight a witch 5 times, or at least what everyone believed was a witch, like 5 times, and never talked to her, even the one time where he was like, okay, and now I'm going to go talk to my daughter. He's the fucking worst. All right, Maka and Soul's apartments. Maka, why are you in a kipao? Oh, that is what those are called, right? Oh, I do love this vibe, though. Because, yeah, like, this was definitely, like, apart from, like, midterms and finals, which, of course, are just hell because they're all happening around the same time. But I think, like, if it's a singular test that you're, like, studying towards, I do think there is, like, something fun about it. It is like a boss battle. You get to, like, it is a proper, like, look at, like, okay, how much do I actually know? Like, yeah, everyone crams. You gotta cram. But, like, how do I put it? Like, knowing stuff is the cheat code to not needing to cram. Therefore, it is satisfying to go over, like, the first time you do a, like, practice test, to go over and be like, okay, so I know about 50% of what I should know. Fair enough. I've done 50% of what I already need to do. It's a lot better than being at 0%. Oh no, even Soul is studying. Okay, so Blair is just trying to have fun. I mean, to be fair, she could study. We could see, like, what does she know? Again, she's in a real gray area of just like, what the fuck? Like, you are a cat who has learned magic. What does this mean? Can all cats do this? So you are begging to be attacked right now. Ah, yeah, here we go. Truly. It's a rough situation to be in. How do you deal with this cat that will not leave your house and also assaults you constantly? Okay, meanwhile. Oh, Blackstar's got the quote on his, like, little wall scroll here as well. I wonder if that does come from his family, Because also, like, sky above, sky below. Like, it isn't, like above heaven and earth. I alone am the honored one, or however you want to phrase it. Like, it is sky above, sky below, which does make sense for the Star Clan. Like, a star is in the night sky. Above it, there is sky. Below it is sky. Though I suppose this is a really bad, like, clan slogan. But then again, they were, like, a greedy assassin clan as far as we've been told. So there's that also layer of, like, maybe they're all just, like, super individualistic. But I can also, to be fair, see this as, like, like, a thing that just Blackstar himself has, like, taken on. This idea that, like, he does need to stand alone, and therefore, like, this is not something that his like, ancestors would have approved of. Because it can really go either way. Like, a lone star is, it's a big deal. It's a big symbol. People love the concept. But also, like, within the night sky, there's a billion stars. So you can really take it either way. Same with space. Like, space can either be full of stuff, full of adventure, full of, like every possibility known to man, but also there's a whole lot of like 99% nothing. There's a duality there. Okay, I see the cycle. Jesus Christ. Is this Tsubaki's like God scroll? God. But yeah, honestly, this is also very relatable. I've always said as a joke that, like, if I ever, became a multimillionaire, if I didn't need to work, I would 100% enroll myself in school again, not to learn anything. I would do it like Pierce from Community style. I would like to, have it there because I was the most productive at literally everything besides studying when I desperately needed to study. It is the flip side of what I was just saying before. Like, I do appreciate, being able to do the boss battle, being able to see how far I've come. But when it's a situation where, like, you gotta cram, you gotta get that last, 30% in. Dear God, anything looks better. That's the real, oh man, my floor's so dirty. Oh man, I should really make my bed. Oh wow, did you hear that if you, sprinkle, sodium bicarbonate all over your bed and then vacuum it up, it makes it a little better? I should try that right now while I'm trying to study. Yeah, Tsubaki doesn't have a book, a book, cracked open or anything. So I'm a little concerned there. Kids Mansion. Also, the Thompson sisters' residence. The Gallows. Actually, does he live on his own? We've seen him with Shinigami-sama, but, is this, actual, is this Kid's Mansion as in, it's his own private separate mansion, or is it Kid's Mansion in the sense of, the way I would say, if I'm living with my parents, I would say it's my house, but I don't mean literally I own the deed. I mean, there is an interesting distinction here of, it is Maka and Soul's apartments, no mention of Blair, then a Black Star and Tsubaki's apartments, and then Kid's Mansion, also the Thompson sisters' residence. So I'm guessing that it probably, Kid probably does own this place, or pay rent, or however. I assume he owns it. I assume he's not paying rent. But yeah, there's an interesting, divide there. Does that mean that the Thompson sisters have never, properly moved in? Is it still a, we could leave at any time? Because, they do believe in Kid, but I'm curious about, the legal situation there, if that makes any sense. Damn, Liz looks great, actually. Holy shit. Looks like Liz and Patty are studying hard. Oh no, oh no. I can't imagine anything worse than allowing Kid to decide any part of your design, of your, look. Dear God, you are going to have no eyebrows by the end of this. Oh my God, where do you find the time? Kid spent a full month plucking her eyebrows at one time. I'll do it fast this time, please. No, don't give in to him. This is gonna be a fucking nightmare. All right, first I'll drop a diagram. Oh boy, oh boy. The moon just wants to know if everyone's working hard. The vibe really feels strong. The moon had to have, done some really, really bad shit. It feels like a plot point where, first time through, it is it's something you might not even notice. Second time around, you're going, man, fuck the moon. You deserve everything you've gotten. But yeah, I'm shaky on the Tsubaki stocks now. We have not seen her study even a little bit. She was sitting there while Black Star was working, or while he was attempting to work and then didn't. And now she is in the bath, which don't worry, I think it's fine. It's okay to have a bath. But if I don't see you crack the books even once, she might be going into the 40 tier. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, some homemade onigiri. Did he run away? Dr. Stein's patchwork lab. Oh my God. Why? Boring old studying just ain't my style. I'm gonna steal the test for the doctor like the assassin I am. You just screamed. There's no way. Okay. Oh boy, Black Star, you're in trouble. Tsubaki, why do you think he would be there? Yeah, okay, these three are super fucked. I assume Kid's not going to show up to the exam. I assume he's going to spend the next couple of days working on his illustration of what the eyebrows should look like. Meanwhile, Soul might actually do it. There's no way he's going to be as high. But I could see him being 75 maybe? Because I think that would actually be pretty cool. That would be a clear way for him to say, Maka, I am trying my best. Like, this is beyond what do you think I can do? I can't do 100, but like like a 75 is extremely, extremely respectable. Meanwhile, Soul has, or Spirit rather, is losing his fucking mind. Man, guys will truly do anything besides talk to their daughters. Insane. Oh, Blair, settle down. All right, Maka. I don't think I believe in anyone at this point besides Maka. Okay, I'm Sid, your proctor. One thing before we begin. Oh boy, what the fuck happened here? Oh, this is a great Tsubaki. Holy shit. Incredible panel. But okay, he just got the crap kicked out of him. All right, 60 minutes, let's go. People who take tests seriously are idiots. This ain't like that tortoise and hare story. Slow and steady doesn't win this race. The world is full of hares that don't stop to rest. No way I'm gonna take something this seriously. The one who uses whatever means necessary to get a good score is the one who wins. My entire body is covered in cheat sheet. I gotta say, I do love the line of, you gotta win easy or I don't mean anything. He's so committed. You had to write all of these cheat sheets. My God. This is such a good it's such a an insane concept, because it's like, how do you access some of these? You're sitting on some of your cheat sheets. Some of them are on the small of your back where you definitely can't reach. I mean, maybe Soul can if he partially transforms. Okay, he's being interrupted. Okay. What? Are you gonna take my underwear too? Your underwear definitely let's zoom in actually. Based on the texture of it, I think it's probably also made of cheat sheets. Go back to your seat. I was the kind of guy who'd let you slide one time. But if his underwear is still a cheat sheet, he can still do pretty okay. Okay, fill in the following blanks. A sound soul dwells in a sound. Sound body and sound minds? Yeah. Meanwhile, a sound soul dwells in a sound skin and a sound cuticle? Oh man, Liz, I believed in you! I thought you could do pretty good! Oh? Not all hope is lost. It's his underwear, right? I've got Kid next to me. He's smart. Oh my god! Oh my god! He's got the full-on SpongeBob hang-up. Writing his name. Okay, who's on your left? Huh? Writing the test in crayon. Soul, you're fucked. You're so fucked! I mean, there is a chance that this is a genius savant move. Oh my god. Oh no! Okay. So Tsubaki's Achilles heel is being easy to fool. I love the idea that it extends not even to how do I put it? A test is human interaction. Stein wrote this test. So of course he, some of himself is in the test. He is writing this with the idea of I want this to be tricky and I want it to trip you up. See, I actually do love that. Yeah, that does still carry over to Tsubaki. She is the kind of person who will upon thinking okay, this seems to be where the test is guiding me, to just be all right, that's it then. Surely the test wouldn't be slightly misleading. Kid's still writing his name. Oh, how? She made an art project out of her question sheets. That's so impressive. God damn. See, I guess you could, yeah. I guess it is all cylinders, more or less. The legs are cylinders, body is cylinders, tail is cylinder, cone, then cylinder for the neck, or multiple cylinders for the neck, then cylinder for the face. The head, I think, is the most difficult, but I'm sure you can make it work. Damn. Do giraffes have antenna? Wait, that can't be right? Meanwhile, Kid is absolutely fucking losing it. He is crashing out. Damn. Oh, he ripped it. Sensei, Kid's down. Oh, Black Star, you're writing with your blood. Insane. Oh my god. Looking at it again, and also, Donut did point out to me at one point, by the way, the slash here is for, the K in Black Star. God, it is a cool-ass signature. Oh, she broke its neck. That might be worth bonus credits. Okay, Maka, I believe in you. You're still studying even though the test is over. Oh, okay, no. So, an old album. Is that you and your perverted dad? Man, he actually looks kind of cool here. This is the most, I am flexing the fact that I am married look. It is most in what, initially you might think, oh, it just happens to be there. But no, he's definitely flexing. Man, he used to be able to communicate with her. Like, honestly, he honestly looks really good with the little, like, a cat mouth smile. Damn, what happened besides getting divorced? Oh, the results of the ultimate written exam were posted. I heard all about it. You sent vibes to Maka for 3 days and 3 nights, didn't you? Oh, aw. Okay. Oh, I want to give something to Maka to congratulate her. I don't think she would take it from me directly, though. Okay. This actually makes sense. Because, yeah, Blair lives in her house. She should be able to poke around and be like, oh, okay, like, Maka's been thinking about this, or maybe even just like, oh, this is like a series she reads. Hell yeah. You really love Maka, don't you? All right. And, this is like the one instance so far where, like, I do think this makes sense to say, like, I literally can't do this on my own. Like, it is, how do I put it? On one hand, it is an admonishment of, like, damn, you really don't know her at all. But also, like, he is acknowledging, like, yeah, of course, she does push me away. I genuinely have no idea what she likes. Therefore, I'm not going to just buy her something that she liked when she was a kid. Also, the cat ears question mark is very good. Oops, I bought stuff for myself. Blair! Insane! Blair's poor, so she lost the temptation, even though Blair's usually the one doing the tempting. Okay. I can't just keep it for myself. I'll adjust the size with magic and give it to her as a present. Why? Now, this is a true half measure. I can't believe it. I mean, it is better, to be fair. It's better than just keeping the money and being like, yeah, your dad didn't buy you anything. Also, dear God, Blair, you have to be cold, right? I mean, I guess not. I guess even if she's not, like, covered with fur, if she's still warm the way a cat is warm, like, even when it's nice and chilly outside, I guess it's fine. I guess so. Okay, oh boy, I have a present for your dad. Oh no. It's congratulate you for doing well on your test. Oh boy. Oh hey, so you have a jacket with that. Cool. Oh my God. Okay, wait, did she buy the Kama Sutra here as well? Or did Blair decide, like, oh, okay, I will get Maka a present. I'll get her the Kama Sutra. And then, I imagine then she, like, went backwards and was like, okay, you know what, actually? I don't know. Which way would it go? Because, like, presumably Blair does not need the Kama Sutra, right? You can see right through it. I can see the calendar on the wall perfectly clear. Oh my God. Also, Blair, you changed this with magic, right? Can you not make clothing? I mean, I guess maybe not. Her pumpkin magic is kind of ill-defined. Because, yeah, she can change the sizes of things, which isn't just, like, manifesting a pumpkin in some form. There are so many layers to this that are hitting me. There's the Kama Sutra. I can't tell if Blair went out and bought that additionally, or maybe she just had a copy? Like, to be fair, she is a hostess. I can definitely see, like, customers giving her copies as a weird old man way to flirt with her. So maybe she just had that on her. Maybe that was just a, like, okay, let me just grab a copy of the Kama Sutra I own. I'll toss it in here. It's a book. She'll like it. But, like, the fact that she specifically used her magic to make it fit Maka, like, she knows Maka's measurements as well. And this was a situation where she was like, oh yeah, Maka's got tiny boobs. Like, the problem is not that she would, like, she would like the bra and panties. She did think, living in Maka's apartment this whole time, she did come to the conclusion, oh, Maka might like this bra and panties. It'll be okay. Oh my God. Oh, congratulations. It must have been hard doing all that studying. I hope you enjoy this present, Dad. Yeah, that hits so weirdly here. Because, yeah, it's the ultimate, like, if there's no card, then you could at least think, okay, maybe Blair lied to me about this being for my dad. Maybe she's bought something for herself. Like, whatever. The fact that, like, he signed it is such a clear, like, you can't wiggle out of this one. And this is the kind of thing he would buy. Like, I don't think he would buy it for Maka, but he would definitely buy it. Yeah, I don't think you can beat the allegations when you give your daughter see-through panties. When you give her see-through panties and you're like, I really hope you enjoy this. Good job on passing the exam. God. This was the one time where I was like, yeah, maybe doing this indirectly makes sense. God, Spirit. Insane. If he had referenced a book at the very least, there's no way he can't beat these allegations. Oh, the cat smile does not look good on him nowadays. When he was 18, it worked. Now, he's degenerated too much. As a human being, he can't be helped. But okay, we do have the exam results. Okay, so, Maka, 100. Oxkun, 99. Got it. She managed to do it. 27th place, Tsubaki. That's fucking crazy, actually. Like, damn, so the class is generally pretty bright, I guess. 108th place, Soul. Really? That's actually very respectable. What the fuck? Did that come from, like the amount of cheating he was able to do in the first, minutes? Or, to be fair, he did write out all those cheat sheets. Writing out cheat sheets is a really, really good way to learn things. Because part of it's also, you can't just write stuff down. You do have to properly think about it. You do have to go through everything and be like, okay, what am I going to cheat about? What is the most important information that I can put down in the most legible way? I personally have never had to use an actual cheat sheet. This is part of this is secondhand information for people who did cheat. Part of this is from I definitely had a lot of cool teachers who did the thing where they let you do a cheat sheet as just it's fine, fucking do it. The effort you go into actually writing all this stuff down is going to fundamentally it's going to improve your actual recall, so screw it, go right ahead. But yeah, you know what? Soul made it to 108. That's great. He has reached the number that represents all of the forms of suffering that can exist. Liz got 113. So yeah, with 0 studying, Liz did get up to 113. Patty got 128. The pattern on giraffe was correct in places. God, I gotta respect whoever actually sat down and marked her giraffe. You gotta take that thing apart. You gotta fix it. You gotta look at each individual question and figure out, does this count? Does this make sense? Okay, Blackstar and Kid are just out. That's also crazy to think that, yeah, out of 130 students, 27th place, not terrible. Not incredible, but it's pretty damn good. The fact that 26 kids got above, 81, above what would be a B. Was 88 a B or an A? I don't even remember anymore. Because also, I do assume a lot of the average people in the class, assuming the average is 75 points, a lot of them would then be clustered around here. Slash, I imagine a lot of them probably got the same score, and so all of those would also stack upon each other in terms of who's in what place. Everyone below Soul will take a makeup exam. Damn, so Soul just barely squeezed in. Also, that means a passing score is out of 100 points, 35. You can get 1/3 of the answers correct, exactly 1/3, and be okay. I guess 35 is slightly more than 1/3, but damn, that's crazy. That is interesting in its own right, though. So Kid and his weapons all have to take a makeup exam, and Blackstar, the Excalibur chapter was them teaming up. So I wonder if we'll do that again, maybe in the next volume. I mean, maybe also in this one. We'll see. Okay, so moving into Black Dragon Part 1. Pat and Lizzie with the the nurse outfits is fine, perfectly fine. Has Patty always been this tall? The Baltic coast. It's the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon has appeared. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Ooh. But what is this shape? What is this attack? I assume this is an attack. What the fuck? And okay, is Shinigami coming with us? Because also, just it's nice that we have a final a kid trio grouping for a chapter. The other day, something swallowed up a whole crowd of people and a good part of the town along with them. Okay, it's like a bite. Oh God. Oh, was this supposed to be the mouth then? Oh, these are the teeth on the sides. Ooh, holy shit. The people who survived said it was a black dragon. Yeah, why are we using a rowboat? Also, holy shit, wait a minute. Sorry, it just occurred to me this was Kid. I was looking back at the boat to think wait, why why is Kid not helping them row? And then I went, wait, where is Kid? And that led me to the panel where he's like taking off the mask. Like, I didn't see the mask in his hand there. Oh, that's sick as fuck. I mean, I guess he is Death the Kid. I guess he's allowed to wear the mask. Okay, a ghost ship, Nidhogg. So it's a ship with a mouth that can bite. Oh, and the hook pulling up its like eyelid. Oh my god, that is gnarly. Oh, it's crying blood from, I presume, like, like its eyelid being ripped up. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so fucked up. The sails look so good as well. Like, Okubo is really good at doing, like, wavy, gnarled fabric. Holy shit. Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, we gotta get up there. Hold on here, that's a ghost ship. There must be ghosts on this thing. I'm scared of ghosts. Meanwhile, no thoughts in her head. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh. Oof. God damn. Moron, I told you to stop. If you're going to hit the ship, hit it right smack in the middle. Do it over. Oh my god. Okay, she did do it over. Oh my god. Kid, this cloak does not suit you. It looks really cool. I assume, like, when he inherits his, like, dad's position, he's probably gonna wear a cloak like this. But, like, right now, this shit don't fit at all. There's no way. Even then, I would assume his cloak would be, like very straight in terms of, like, all of its lines. Shit. I'm so distracted by your display of stupidity that I got on without even realizing it. Oh yeah, is the ship a weapon? Because, like, it ate that entire area. It didn't even occur to me, like, right. It was probably eating the people to eat their souls. Oh boy. Jesus Christ, what is this look? Okay, you're the Flying Dutchman. Oh my god. Dutchy. Oh, oof. Yeah, my god. This bucket and mop hairdo is fucking awful. Holy shit. Also, it's really funny to think that, like, yeah, the man who flies the Flying Dutchman is named the Flying Dutchman. I mean, I know he's flying the Nidhogg, and his name is the Flying Dutchman. But it does make sense if he is a Dutchman who is flying. Now I have more souls to offer to Kishin-sama. Okay. Now, are we saying, like, how do I put it? Is he working for, like, Medusa? Are we doing that Kishin, or are we doing another one? Because, like, to be fair, like, Tsubaki's brother wasn't saying out loud, "I will become a Kishin," right? At the very least, I didn't take, like, note of it. It was just, the danger of, he is becoming, he is dangerously close to becoming a Kishin. He is, following the path of a Kishin, but he wasn't, like, trying to metagame it. Whereas, like, I think that's the difference. Like, Medusa with the black blood, with, like, the experiment situation, like, it feels like she's trying to metagame the creation of a new Kishin. I guess the other thing would just be, like, yeah. He could be getting them for the original Kishin as well. So I guess it's just anything. Right now, we have every possibility open. Also, what is with the random spikes? Like, not over here, because these are bones. I mean, sure, that's not a bone, that's a spike. But then, like, over here with the, the Dutchman himself, like, these are just random ass spikes. Yeah, I don't think we saw any over here. Yeah, I've been thinking about those, along with, like, the Needles, Needle Village and whatnot. There's sort of just a general, you gotta put some death stuff around laws. Okay, that's the souls. Patty brings up a good, like, question of, like, he did just attack a village. Now, naturally, I think it does say a lot about both the world of Soul Eater and also Kubo, that, like, if you take a random chunk out of a village, it's full of good souls. But if there were some evil souls in here, like, would it be ethical to just kind of eat those while you're here? Or is it a situation where, like, if you break into, like, a drug dealer's house, you're not allowed to just do all of his drugs? Like, there's a, like, chain of authority there. Would he have to, like, get the good souls and the evil souls? And, I mean, yeah, he's taking them into custody. But, like, what does that mean? I would assume, if a good person dies, they just do whatever happens in this world. To be fair, I don't know. Is it reincarnation? Is there an afterlife? Is it, something else? Do you join the great cosmic flow? Because I could see that being a restriction as well on evil souls, of, like, you're not allowed to just consume evil souls that are, like, free-floating human souls. You gotta kill them. What? So you're a Shinigami? Nidhogg. Okay, okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! Whew. All right, that's Liz Eaton, maybe? That's your sister! I mean, to be fair, we set this up earlier. When Liz and Patty were cuddling, like Liz was the one who was like absolutely, I don't know what I'd do without you. Patty was the one who was like, you'd survive somehow. This does feel like the exact opposite as well. Like, if you died, I'd be fine. Me and the ship are one and the same. You walked right into my stomach on your own. Okay. You're an evil spirit. What are you going to do with all these souls you've collected? Thanks to the Shinigami, I'm more confused than I've ever been. So I'm going to offer the souls to the Kishin. Huh, the Kishin, Ragnarok. That rookie's got nothing to do with it. So an older one. I'm doing it for the Kishin who's closest to you guys. That's who this is for. Okay, that's actually very direct. Okay. It's not something for a kid like you to know. The ship will bring something to me. In the distant sea, people are waiting for the Kishin song. Everyone longs for some kind of power, but sometimes that just isn't enough. People long for the Kishin. These souls are going to be offered to the Kishin-sama. I won't let you have them. That's a really interesting perspective. I'm very curious, like, where we'll go with this. Because, like, from what we have been told thus far, the Kishin does not sound like something people would want. I mean that in the sense of, like, to be a Kishin is to be a selfish existence. It is to be an existence that, that exists for itself. You are trying to survive no matter what. Therefore, it is singular. It is you. Like, if Soul were to become a Kishin, that is not like, it may be out of some fear that involves protecting Maka, but fundamentally, like, he would then be willing to, kill or eat Maka in order to stay alive. Like, that seems like the kind of existence that is. It's like, why would other people want a Kishin? Is it just sort of like a Joker situation? Like, is it a situation where it's like, well, even if we die, if someone out there is being a psycho, that's better. Like, I'd rather die in a world where the Joker exists than a world where the Joker does not exist. Could he be a symbol, perhaps? Like, if there's one Kishin, and, because we're also bringing up Shinigami. Also, thanks to these Shinigami, I don't know if he means that singularly or plurally. Considering the kid is here, I would assume plurally. Which I suppose also raises the question of, like, are there more than two? We know there's two now. Like, we know there's two, but, like, are there three? Are there four? But I could definitely see it being a situation where it's like, well, Shinigami was able to steal the first Kishin. The people are sad now, but the people understand there's no hope. There's no, like, way to escape fear besides the not being a little bitch boy. But listen, sometimes you gotta just accept that you suck, and therefore you need a special cheat code. That is the basis of all isekai. And I think similarly, like, the Kishin does feel like sort of a cheat code in the world of Soul Eater. It is that idea of, like, it's something I've heard a lot of people bring up themselves, of like, oh man, if I could only step all over everyone I know and love, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Which, even if you could, you don't have to say that out loud. Telling the people that you are 100% going to betray in real life at, like, a family dinner or something. By the way, I would betray all of you in heartbeats. You're not going to get the chance. Listen, when we're hiding in the attic, you're going first. But B, like, I just don't understand how someone could have pride in that kind of person existing in a, like, oh man, yeah, I am a bad person, but I'm not bad enough to be a Kishin. But thankfully, I know somewhere out there is someone who is bad enough to eat good people, and therefore, I guess he wouldn't eat me because I'm a bad person. I guess that's it, actually, because the Kishin eats good people because good people have stronger souls. So I guess a Kishin would be like a god to evil people, because, like, as long as you're evil, you are safe. I guess that might be the move. Like, even that, though, then to be fair, this volume has brought up specifically the danger of the Kishin to witches. And, like, if witches are fundamentally people who just want to fuck shit up all the time, then, like, would they not be immune to the Kishin from the start? Would that not just be a net good for them to have a person out there who is just fucking shit up all the time? Transform into a gun? No, I can't do it. Oh, because Patty is not. Patty's here, Liz is not. If there's only one gun, he can't do it. And yeah, immediately, kid can't use a symmetrical style. And he is definitely the kind of person who I think, he would definitely, like, risk his own death rather than not be symmetrical. But also, you could do this, right? I guess you would have to like put one hand over the other, or like this. Yeah, even that's not symmetrical. I guess no. Yeah, what do you do with your other hand? Anything you do with your other hand is not symmetrical unless you're like double grasping the gun. I think if you do this, this should be fine. Like, take both fingers, put them up, here. But then he doesn't hold the gun like that. Right. He holds it upside down. Even then, that should be fine, right? Okay, so like this, two pinkies out, and then you put those around the trigger. Now, this is gonna be bad because the trigger is pretty damn small, but still, like, just put, yeah, that should be okay, right? That should be okay. Yeah, okay. That said, that feels like a mid-series upgrade. I don't think he has the strength of mind right now to come up with that. I'm not afraid of this ghost ship at all. I'm one of the Thompson sisters. We were feared as the demons of Brooklyn. Oh, did I ever end up in a place like this? My luck must have run out when I got high and tried to blackmail a Shinigami. Oh my god. Crazy. I assume this is probably all we're gonna get of their backstory. Like, we could go further, and I would love to see them go further. But like, if this is it, I'm so curious what she tried to blackmail him with. Like, I assume it was somewhat nonsensical, or maybe it was just a like, oh, yeah, there's a dead body here, I'll pin it on you, or something like that. Because yeah, like we've been told that he acquired them from Brooklyn, and just super recently we also saw specifically that they don't count as actually being a part of his house. But even so, we know more about them, and now we know Blackstar and Tsubaki's backstory, like backstories separate and backstory together. We still don't know shit about Soul and Maka. I have zero idea how they got together. I have zero idea if he existed before her. Oh, ghost! I'm the spirit of a poor little girl who got swallowed up by the ship. I'll lead you to your friends. She's so fucking broken right now. I don't lie. Trust me. No! Trust. Be quiet, will you? Just shut up and come with me, okay? Come on, or I'll punch your lights out. Banger. Oh my god. Come on. Honestly, if I had lived to be your age, I'd be so hot I'd knock everybody's socks off. Oh my god. Meanwhile, these two. It's crazy to think that losing Kid probably would have been, for the remaining two, it would have increased their chances of survival like crazy. Because, yeah, in Prologue 3, we did see, Liz using Patty once more, and then they swapped. Like, they can fight together. It's easy peasy. That does raise the question of, can they do resonance? Like, they're sisters. They're pretty much on the same wavelength. Like, even the parts where they are very different, they still understand each other implicitly. But, what is a Meister? Is a Meister just someone who trains with a weapon? Because weapons are separate. If weapons are different from just normal people, quote unquote, are Meisters fundamentally different in the same way that it seems like witches are also fundamentally different? Are you born with the capacity to be a Meister? To be fair, Tsubaki comes from a weapon family where they pass on their weapon transformations. Similarly, Maka's mom is, I guess Maka's a really interesting situation that she's got a mom who is a Meister and a dad who is a weapon. So I guess she probably could have gone either way, depending. Okay, and he's trying to bait Kid. And show me the power of a Shinigami. I'm an evil spirit who worships the Kishin and kills innocent people. I'm what you call evil, so come on and judge me. I don't deny evil. There's no one person without some evil in him. Everything is about balance. As long as good and evil are in perfect balance, there's no problem. Who cares about some ideal spouted by a god? Don't go thinking that all people want that same ideal. This is maybe the most okay with evil thing I've ever heard a god say. Anyone who is not explicitly an evil god. But I feel most great deities have a pretty hard no evil policy. The fact that Kid is outright just yeah, you can have some evil around, it's fine, I don't give a fuck. Or rather, I do give a fuck, I want them to be in perfect balance. That's even more important than just, I don't care. I don't care also leads to a lot of problems. But, this is probably the ultimate ideology in that it also allows Kid to fight evil people by saying directly, well, yeah, you're being unbalanced. I'm not going to kill you if you are balanced and you aren't fucking up the balance of souls, the balance of the worlds. But yeah, 90% of the time I feel when a character does the I stand against your morality, so judge me with that evil morality of yours. It is almost never someone who is just like, I'm okay with evil people. Ooh, who cares if they want that ideal or not? I won't be satisfied until this is an absolutely perfect world. Are you saying you're gonna take my freedom away? You're Dutch. You disgust me. I am a Shinigami. I will never give you the freedom to kill. Meanwhile, Liz. Oh boy, these ghosts are looking really, really weak. If you're a ghost for a long enough period, do you just cease to exist? They're coming right now, so be quiet, I'll curse you. Okay, you know what? Banger, holy shit. She did exactly what she promised. Okay, gun time. Time to one-hit KO him. Let's fucking go. I mean, to be fair, I feel like we've only seen the lightest part of his fighting style. Like, him being able to, like, fuse into the ship, him using a gun. But, like, the ship is his body. So I feel like we've still got some crazy shit left to do. Ooh, oh, so symmetrical. Oh my god! The sound effect being mirrored, and also the notation for the sound effect being mirrored. Oh, beautiful, gorgeous, incredible. Oh? What? What? What the fuck? Okay, it's Krona. Why? I guess, to be fair, we were just talking about the morality of, like, eating the souls that this guy's consumed. I guess Krona could just go down there and eat all the souls. And that's just free real estate. Slurp. Ooh. Okay, oh. Okay, yeah, they don't even need to go down there. From here, just open up wide, just get those souls out, just eat them. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Oh my god, the stretch! Oh, even her? God damn. What are these spikes? Is that his soul? Like what, Ragnarok? Because I guess, to be fair, like, what Ragnarok's deal is extremely confusing if you aren't, like, told it directly. You know, your question would be, like, yeah, it's a demon sword. How did a sword, like, you know, like, yeah, there's a lot of shit here. Because also, it does seem like Ragnarok is very, like, sound-based. Like, Resonance seems already inherently, like, you know, like, of course it's based on the principles of sound. But, like, the fact that, the fact that Ragnarok specifically has scream resonance, and that wasn't even what this was. This did just seem like just a, like, this has to be a variation of scream resonance. Because, yeah, they are both screaming. Oh, it doesn't even look human. I mean, also, to be fair, I was taking this in the opposite direction of, like, how do I put it? We don't know what Ragnarok is. Again, my first question was, like, is this a guy? Maybe, you know, like, Kid is, you know, as we established from the exam, like, you know, he knows all this shit. He knows it to a greater degree than anyone else we have seen besides, I assume, the teachers. So if he's recognizing, like, if he's questioning whether Ragnarok is Krona's soul, then Ragnarok might just be Krona's soul, which would explain, like, why they're so hyper compatible. Why, like, you know, like, it's still a weird, like, fucked up experiment to, like, make Ragnarok physical and then make Ragnarok Krona's blood. But I guess it could be the opposite of, like, maybe, you know, Ragnarok started off as Krona's blood. Like, blood is, of course, the currency of the soul. So maybe the first idea was, can I take all of your blood and turn it into a muscly dude? And then from there it was, now can I take this muscly dude and make him your weapon? And then after that it was like, okay, well now, this will allow you to unite as a Kishin. There was a ghost ship called the Black Dragon. But it's the person who came down on it who is, the real Black Dragon. Sick. Holy shit. Oh, that pose is so good. Oh my god. Ooh. The absolute willingness of Soul Eater characters to just, like, you know, to do the, like, Polnareff, I'm going to go full 90 degrees, or I'm going to, like, you know, like, do, like, half splits, like, splits just down to my knees, but not for the rest of my body. Like, it allows for some of the coolest fucking poses in existence. That's so goddamn sick. Oh, like, it really blurs the line of, like, yeah, like, of course it is Krona bending over and then Ragnarok coming out of, like, the hip area. But, you know, by that very nature, it also looks like it could be, like, this is Ragnarok's body and Krona's coming out of the crotch area. Oh, Ragnarok's, like, neck is also, it's got that real, like, underside the penis. There's, like, yeah, like, you know, the really big vein. It's got that sort of look to it. Like, that combined with the mask then, like, looking like a head. Oh, it's so grotesque. It's so, like alien-y. And the way that like the hyper detailed like flesh then like changes into pure flat black is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There's like one character in like Black Clover that I lost my fucking mind over because they had like a similar thing going on, and even that I don't think is as like gorgeous as this because it's so simple. Like because like it is just like like almost symmetrical flats than like going into a hyper detailed body. Yeah. Plus like the background is so clean, so simple, and yet like it feels hyper detailed in its own right. Because like this feels photorealistic to me. Like of course, like like this is what you would see. The Nidhogg is surrounded by fog, so of course it would be very blotchy and white. You wouldn't be able to see the sky. Also, that's also why you can't see some of the ship itself. Plus, like the ship itself has a bunch of fucking holes in it. Like even that then makes the the white cutout that we have to like make the wings pop out look more like real. It doesn't look like it's there just for artistic effect, because there's other stuff that has that foggy feeling to it, that has straight up holes in it. Oh my lord. Oh, this is one you could definitely have as a tattoo. God damn. Did you know my blood is black? Oh, actually, wait a minute. Krona, where are your eyes? Where are your eyes? Black eyes, black eyes, black eyes, black eyes. Yeah, pinprick black eyes, freaking out. And then here we've got the like aura around their eyes. So like, yeah, like Krona started to disassociate here. I'll have to check the previous volumes to see if that happens as well. Like, like in the bit where like Krona's like speaking and they've got like 3 different dialogues going on around the same time. I wonder if these eyes are the tell for that. Whether it is a like multiple personality situation, whether it is just like like freaking out, whether it is just like like not being able to like maintain a singular track, or like having one track then interrupting yourself then going back to a previous track. Prepare for judgment. Death God Taijutsu. Guilty stance. Is a single stance a taijutsu? I guess so. It's any like physical thing. He hasn't said this before, so I am curious, like, what is the rationale for this stance? Also, ooh, having the gun go through this panel and then like having a hole right here. Oh, it's so sick. The direction is so clean. But sorry, I was interrupting myself. What I meant to say is I do want to get like in the same way that like in the movie Equilibrium or in Ultraviolet. No, not Ultraviolets. You know what I'm talking about. There's the like there's Gun Kata. And Gun Kata does have out of universe like heavy explanations as to why each form makes sense and is not in fact a bunch of bullshit. Similarly, I wonder like what is the rationale for this stance? Is it purely like like metaphorical? Is it is it meant to just evoke a vibe, or is it a like because I don't know what this one would do. Besides, I guess to be fair, you could still like flick your arm pretty cleanly upwards in order to shoot as well. But then why this one? Like that one, of course, is aimed at the enemy. But yeah, what is the purpose of this one? I guess we'll see. Time to see Kid execute punishment. I'm scared. Everything's so scary. If I could just get power, I'd know how to deal with it all. Do you know where hell is? It's in the mind. Ooh, and the knocking. Sick. Oh, the one backwards N. Ooh. Also, Ragnarok is brown. Again, no judgments, but not what I expected. I really expected, like black is in the black blood. I guess to be fair, Billy Rubin is like brownish, hence the the other meaning of that term. So I think similarly, I guess it would make sense if he's like he is a drying blood right now. Chapter 14, Black Dragon, Part 2. Ooh, no left turn. Silent Bongo Company. That one I don't actually get. And then no return forever. I do not want to drive on a road that says directly no return forever. Now I don't know who you are, but Kid is looking sick as fuck. Honestly, Liz and Patty also look great. Damn. Oh, Blair's looking great. Maka's looking good. I hope this eye, this eye patch thing is just there for the aesthetic. I mean, Kid's got a little like band-aid there, so fair enough. Is she trying to lick it? Oh, the tilt. Oh, the tilt on the mummy, and then like Maka tilting her head the same way, and then Blair tilting her head the same way, and then of course, Blackstar tilting his head the wrong way. I guess he's tilting his head the same way that that Soul is, that kid is tilting his head. So I guess, I guess he's doing something different. Also, again, this might just be more stylized, but I really didn't consider that the oversized shuriken would be like yellow like a star. Again, I guess similarly to Ragnarok, I kind of assumed it would be black because, of course, Black Star is Black Star. But to be fair, the shuriken is Tsubaki, who is herself, but she also has black hair, and she is very down with with the Black Star iconography. So I feel like I still would have gone with like black. Oh, is he supposed to be looking at Soul? I don't know, because Soul's not really looking upwards again. Soul looks like he's looking at Tsubaki. Tsubaki, I don't know if Tsubaki's looking at anyone except for maybe us. Where the fuck are you guys looking? Yeah, banger cover. God damn. Oh, the Shinigami symbol in the O for no left turn. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, no return forever. Then the O is like a star, presumably for Black Star. And then is anyone here? 42? 42 is like a death pun, right? Yeah, I think we're good. Ooh, of course. I really should have flicked over to see if there was a slightly cleaner version. It doesn't really change that much, to be fair. This is pretty damn clean, but it is nice to have this one. Thank you very much, Donuts. Gorgeous. Ooh. I think the main difference, and I've noticed this with a lot of series actually, is just like, the actual skin coloring. Like, how do I put it? With other colors, like even if they're less or more saturated, usually it doesn't change your perception that much. Whereas I do think like with like skin and hair color, that does change a lot because it's, it's on a character. Like especially with like, Okubo's like style right now, where it's very flat as well. It's very flat and everyone is like, very slightly different. Also, it actually didn't occur to me, yeah, like here as opposed to here, they're both clearly blue, but it was only on this one that I realized, like, oh, that's blue. That also does make him look like, way more cartoony. Oh, aye. Okay. To be fair, I guess as befitting a stance, the point is not to stay in that stance. I guess this is like the optimal, like, pose to be in before you start executing. Ooh, sick. Krona, I know you must have really weak bones, but still, you gotta get some leg braces or something. These legs are not okay. Oh, to be fair, kid is going for the leg, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Get that bow-legged bitch. God damn. So I guess that's also why they're pointed in opposite directions for the, for the guilty stance. The idea being that, like, you're mainly going to be attacking with your legs, actually, and therefore you want the guns in opposite directions so that, like, if you kick someone / they evade into, like, out of your leg area, they will then enter your gun area. Krona, what the fuck is this move? Oh! Okay, little evasion over here. Getting power. Is that your way of ridding yourself of fear? You fool! Oh my god! Oh, that's so sick! Holy shit! Oh my god. If you really want to wipe away your fear, then make your soul stronger! Double bullets right to the chin! Dear god! Oh, that's so cool! Holy fuck! Whew. Oh my god! Yeah, that's an execution, all right. Jesus Christ! Now, apart from the wings, we did see that, the rest of Ragnarok went inside of Krona. So I'm hoping a lot of that black blood went right to the chin. Okay. Oh, Screech Beta! Again, the like, being dragged by the slash looks so fucking good. I love it. Someone like you would never understand. Even bunnies don't understand my feelings. Even bunnies don't understand. There's no way a Shinigami like you could understand. Leave me alone. Oh. And okay, that actually got through to Patty, of all people. To both of them. Just like we were a long time ago. We were born weapons, gained power, and weren't afraid of anything. Man, it really... that must be really interesting. Like, how do I put it? The idea that you can just become a gun from birth. It's, like, in the same way that, like, gun violence increases rapidly if you own a gun. Like, if a gun exists in your house, just by the very nature of it, you're more likely to kill yourself, you're more likely to kill someone you're more likely for someone to kill you with that gun. Like, similarly, if you are a gun, if you are sisters, and both of you can turn into guns, so one of you can always have a gun at any time, like, I can definitely see the temptation. It does feel a lot like becoming a Kishin, truly. Because I guess similarly, who are you going to threaten in this kind of situation? Do you threaten evil people or do you threaten good people? Evil people are much more likely to A, be poor, and B, fight back because, how do I put it? That feels really bad saying it out loud. But I guess, the flip side, which I think, might sound a bit better to the ear, is that, if someone is more good, they are more, averse to, engaging with conflict. They're more likely to just give up and give you their stuff. They're more likely also to run away and never, seek retribution because, they don't want to get involved. They don't want to incur more danger to themselves. They don't want to, they don't want to upset the waves, rustle the jimmies, so on and so forth. If I say it like that, I think people are more likely to understand it. That then, if you are targeting mainly evil people, they have weaker souls in the sense that they present, less of a benefit to consume. I'm kind of mixing metaphors here. We'd walk around the city like it was ours. We thought no one understood. No, that's not what I meant. I was going to ask if that kid is a boy or girl. What are you doing taking a trip to memory lane by yourself? Oh my god! I can't believe Patty got me. I was truly I can't believe it. You of all people? You are empathizing? No, nope, absolutely not. Nidhogg, oh my god! Am I one with the ship? As long as the Nidhogg doesn't sink, I won't die. How dare you wolf down all of the souls I collected? Where's my lower jaw? You have no principles. How dare you go on a rampage on someone else's ship? You have no principles. I'm going to blast you scum with my cannons. Oh, he is mauling. No, Demon Sword's soul wavelength is expanding. Oh, this honestly, it's such a, similar visual to Maka, feeling she's going to be swallowed up by soul. Which I think makes a lot of sense. If that is, the purpose of Ragnarok, to eventually swallow up Krona. I am curious, they are one, but, theoretically, one of them would be the dominant personality. You would think that would be Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is, very much the dominance in their relationship. But because of that, I do think, I think the idea is that Krona is someone who, when pushed to their absolute limit, freaks the fuck out. And so, I don't think Ragnarok is meant to push Krona to a certain limit, and at that point, Krona would freak the fuck out and, take control of both of them, essentially. I hate you all. I hate you. Everyone I don't know how to deal with, I blast with my scream. Okay, so Screech Alpha is actual flying slash, or I guess it might just be just the tip being shot, or Screech Beta is then the draggy one. Oh my god! Oh my god, look at Nidhogg! Oh my god! That is the definition of having your back blasted. God damn. Oh, and yeah, slashing Nidhogg through slashing Nidhogg one way, top and bottom, and then slashing through the Flying Dutchman the other way, vertically, left and right. Sick, wicked sick. Two perfect halves. What incredible power. Kid, don't get distracted. Hold on. All right. Sayonara, Shinigami-kun. All right, it's skateboard time. Is your skateboard named Beelzebub? I would definitely... I guess where the fuck would Kid get a helicopter? Because if I need to name a method of transport Beelzebub, I would go with a helicopter. Or maybe a drone, but yeah, that's not really transport. In this time, maybe even a pinwheel, because a pinwheel makes a buzzing sound. But then again, he's chasing someone who is flying. If the skateboard can fly, that makes sense. If not, I would say come up with a better name for your goddamn skateboard. It's still bothering him. Close. What exactly does that mean? He's DWMA hiding something? Who is the Kishin who's closest to you guys? Because also, it did seem like a bit of an accusation of you know what's going on, which I am truly a sucker for. I'm a sucker for someone saying to someone who has no idea, you know what's going on. I don't need to explain myself. I'm done talking about it. You get it. Hey, it's the sun. I understand the necessity of doing this. I think honestly, there's no way to, I don't want any other way of doing this because it looks great. But it is extremely funny to be white sky means fog. White sky, white sky, white sky, white sky. Then the dark fog moves away to reveal a white sky, and we go, yeah, now it's day. Oh, what's wrong, kid? Why'd you stop? Shouldn't you chase after them? Take a look, Liz, Patty. The clouds are flowing beautifully toward the sun. Oh no, oh no! The world is symmetrical. Of course, he is standing offset from it. He's fucking it up himself. But again, to be fair, he can't see it. He can't see it. Man, it is beautiful, though. Also, so Beelzebub can fly. So you know what? I will take away my bullshit. Fair enough, fair enough. This was a good name. Tell me, you, one is drawn to fly, naturally, to the center of the world. No, 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 no! Oh my god! That bastard demon sword got away, huh? Kid. Oh my god. We have failed the mission spectacularly. Krona has eaten like 30 good souls. Left no consequences. We didn't learn shit. Well, we learned one thing. But even that's a we, you know? Like, going to Shinigami and saying, hey, what's the deal with the Kishin closest to us? Is not going to end in new information for, like, Shinigami. It'll result in more information for, you know, our beloved Meister weapon trio as well. Duos/trio. Oh, Creek. Damn, holy shit. Reduced to this size and yet still gotta have the goddamn big hook. This is a rough one. This is a real, like, how do I balance my budget? Giant hook pulling my partner body's eyeball, $5,000. Where do I cut the costs? I don't know where to cut the costs. It's vital. But even here, like, yeah, reduced to, like, a headless body and also a head that's been cut in half. And, you know, like, a part of a ship, the tiniest part of a ship. Just the prow that is the torturing itself. Even then, he's still like, yeah, Kishin-sama, grant me a good voyage. I'm doing it for you. What the fuck happened? What created this loyalty? What created this worship? How did you have all those good souls inside of you and go, damn, I ain't becoming a Kishin, though? Like, that is genuinely kind of admirable in its own right. But yeah, there's a story there for sure. TWMA. I love that we get the title card for it, like, almost every time we cut back, as if it's not the most, like, obvious place in the world. Okay, I've got the results of your blood work. Normal. You're healthy, but I'm positive I coughed up black blood. Okay, so you're not hiding this. Like, Medusa's also like, strange, I also saw her cough up black blood. That resonance was so strong, the black blood should have spread to her. But perhaps it is just, like, you know, her, like, resistance against it. So then, like, someone like Soul is a bit weaker. He is a bit hungrier. You know, like, by that very nature, he is more susceptible to, like, becoming a Kishin. Whereas Maka, like, how do I put it? I get the feeling at this point that, like, if Spirit was not, like, yeah, like, I do think where he is right now, he would 100% not become a Kishin. But if they got to him, like, 15 years ago, or, like, if Medusa had gotten to him before Maka's dad did, or sorry, Maka's mom did, what the fuck am I trying to say? I think there's a chance that Spirit could have been, like, horny posted into becoming a Kishin. Whereas, like, right now, I do think, like, you know, he has the strength of will, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with cheating on his wife. His one weakness is cheating on his wife. But similarly, like, Maka's strength comes in part from not wanting to be like her dad. Like, way more than wanting to be like her mom, she doesn't want to be like her dad. I think that, like, you know, that, like, inherent resistance, that, like, stubbornness might be, like, a really strong antidote to, like, you know, like, to the temptation to give in, to compromise your morals, to absorb, like, you know, the souls of good people, to take the easy way out. Because I think all of those would align, whether, you know, it's deserved or not. I think that would align with what she thinks of her father, that he was a coward, that he did run away from, that he ran away from something good to indulge in something that was, you know, like, base and pointless. Now, that's the metaphor I'm going with. I don't know what this medicine is. All right, Maka, take your evil pills. Oh yeah, how's Soul doing? Is he still having strange dreams about an ogre? Huh? An ogre? He insisted on talking to me about it. Okay. Does she want to just make them talk about it? 'Cause also, ooh, what if it's like a cognito hazard? Like once you start thinking about it, you can't stop thinking about it. And so as long as Soul is quarantining it within himself, that's one thing. But if Maka starts thinking about the ogre, she's also gonna be like, damn, ogre, I'm getting ogre pilled. I'm literally getting ogre pilled because I'm taking pills that are going to make the ogre inside me stronger. Oh my god. Silly girl. But all right, playing her like a fiddle. And okay, she's looking it up. Like, yeah, why did it disappear? Should have worked. Oh, Maka Albarn's file should be. It's gone. Someone took it. Oh, is this what you're looking for? Soul Eater and Maka Albarn, are you really worried about them? Oh, what's this? I took it from Maka. I've never seen this medicine before. Oh my god. Oh my god. So effortless. Holy shit, Stein. 3 steps ahead. Oh, she's getting ready. she's getting a little scared. Like, surely this isn't enough to to set off to stop her her protection spell. But she's getting mad. She's thinking about it. Okay, black blood isn't that much different from regular blood, and those herbs will have that effect. This is exactly how people describe what is it called again? I think it'd be too much of a tangent to go on, trying to find the exact herbs or anything, but you get the idea. Shit like this, where it's it's an herbal remedy, but it's also it's increasing your blood flow. It's getting all the blood to the right places. I do think she's basically just giving Maka straight Stree Overlord. That said, I do think it actually fits very well with the subtext of, essentially, we start the series with Maka fearing that, Soul will be like her dad, that he will cheat on her. And now, he has been exposed to something that is exciting, that is giving him, this arousal that he still finds very disgusting, very scary, very, upsetting. And now, the move is, well, let's have Maka also feel that. If they want to do this together, then why not let them go to the ends of the earth together. Let's let the black blood go through both of them, and in the end you should still result in a Kishin, whether one of them overtakes the other or not. I'm a little strange. I'm crazy about herbs, and as a nurse I couldn't just do nothing to help Maka-chan and Soul-kun. Nothing wrong with that. It's cute. But are you speaking as a nurse or as a witch? Okay, she's holding it down. She's keeping her cool. Jeez, you're so mean. Are you saying my face looks that harsh? That's sexual harassment. If you're gonna sue someone, you should start with Spirit Senpai, not me. Oh no. And okay, so yeah, he wasn't sure. But I guess that does make sense. If she truly was 100%, not sus at all, he could still say all the stuff and she would be upset. But, he's fine with pissing people off. There's really no downside to just, throwing it out there. It was only for a second, but I sensed an intent to kill. Shit, I'm shaking. Is it fear? Thanks, I'd forgotten what that felt like. So, what should I do now? God damn. Again, knowing what a big name he is. Knowing that he's literally shaking, that he was being chill as fuck here. He seemed like he was in absolute control. But even that ultimately was even this, the idea that him playing along here wasn't just it was in part because he was trying to do a skedaddle. He was trying to get out of the situation really fast before he did show any signs of weakness. God, these two are so good together. It's also fundamentally, I'm a sucker for the scientist guy who is the worst. It's part of why I love Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is what if you kept on doing the scientist guy who is the worst, both in the terms of one guy who is the worst who is still the worst all the way through, but also what if you introduced other science guys who were also the worst? But it's a vibe I really like, and it can be tough. If everyone's on board with it, you still got to be able to pull them on. Even as you do something that makes everyone go, man, this guy's real fucked up. Presumably, they're still supposed to like him, even if not in a he's a good guy way, at the very least in a he's cool and an asshole. I think Stein is in a really good spot here, in that he does a lot of fucked up shit, but we see most of that off screen. We've backed away from it, and now we're focusing way more on him antagonizing someone who was already a fucked up scientist person. it's always easier to, to feel good with the monster that's on your side as opposed to the monster who could be on your side, could not be, who can say. It creates a worry within you. It creates uncertainty. I am certain that, that Stein is on our side. Like, honestly, especially with this, the fact that, he feels fear, and then his response isn't I need to chase something, I need to get stronger. It is simply, it is a reminder, oh, I've become complacent. I assume he has coping mechanisms, as opposed to, our main cast who have zero real, they have some coping mechanisms for fear. Otherwise, they would be fucking crazy at this point. But they're a bit shallow. They need to grow as people in order to gain stronger coping mechanisms, which I'm hoping Stein has. I hope his move isn't just, I turn this big wheel in order to give myself more brain damage every time I worry about my life. Oh, this is such a good, quarter profile. You can feel the rage coming off of her without having to draw too much of her. And we've seen multiple scary faces from her in this chapter alone, so you don't need to see another one. It adds more danger to just see the puffiness of her cheek, the sharpness of her eye, the pout of her lips. Liz, Patty, you two go back to the gallows. There's something I need to ask Father. All right, we're doing it now. We're not going to sit around. This ain't a Maka and Soul. Oh, I should say something, but I don't want to say something. I'm just going to hang out in my room. Stein, give her back her chair. Even if she is an evil witch, give her back her chair. Okay, ooh. So he did say beforehand, that makes a lot of sense as well. If Medusa had an ability that just instantly killed him, I'm really glad that he took the time to tell Sid beforehand, listen, not just, I'm doing this thing, but also, you do something else as well. Yeah, we need proof, don't we? If she's using Soul Protect to disguise herself as a good person, we can't touch her without proving it. If we just get solid evidence that she's a witch, we can get execution order for Shinigami-sama. That's honestly so cool in its own right. By the very nature of the series, they do not kill good people, which means if you're pretending to be a good person, you cannot be executed. There's no gray area there. The gray area, I suppose, is trying to figure it out. Including, if she had slipped, if she had given Stein a visible sign and he was able to survive that, he could then say for sure, all right, I'm going to Shinigami-sama, let's reclassify her. But that also means, of course, how do I put it? How does his list work? Truly, is it, does he have to learn about individual people and then he writes them down on the list? I assume that would be the case, and not a, you're automatically on the list, then he, sorts you out, or whatnot. Though, to be fair, I could also see a situation where, there is a witch Medusa, and there is Medusa, the nurse, and they are two different names on the list. Because, we haven't really run into this in the series yet, but, people have the same name. That's just a thing that happens. I would not want Shinigami-sama to have Thermite on the list, and then for me to be executed because there's an unrelated Thermite who is super evil. I'm so curious about the list. But also, that does mean that, I guess the execution order would also mean that, even if she's still hiding and saying she's a good person, they could say, well, we have an execution order that, that supersedes anything else. Whereas before, if, she just released her powers and was visibly a witch and people saw her, then, just by the nature of them knowing she's a witch, they would then be able to execute her. Even then, I wonder what would have happened if she used Soul Protect. I do think, they'd probably have to take it to court, right? If Maka showed up and saw that, Medusa's, an actual witch, then she turned back to a human, then Stein and co showed up. If she said Medusa's a witch, I think they would just have to, they would have to, do something else to try and prove it. Because that would still be circumstantial evidence. That wouldn't be solid evidence. Ooh, we can see the tails of her snakes. Now all we have to do is grab them. Erica, I'm talking to you through the snakes in your body. Bring me that. It's in the attaché case. Yes, that's right. That. Hurry. All that happens next is, you understand, right? Okay, what is that? Meanwhile, Sid sneaking into her house. Ooh. Okay, this is supposed to be a nurse's room. A mystic circle and magic writing, no doubt about it. A diary. I wasn't the kind of guy who would peek into a lady's diary. I wish I could say that, but I can't. Oh! Okay. That woman, she knows this much about DWMA? So this is all her actual stuff. This isn't the setup or anything. I assume, to be fair, this is probably more of a, listen, Like, my house is already definitely compromised for sure. If we're doing anything, if there is a trap here, then, like, if it's to, like, it's to erase the evidence. It is not to stop Sid from, like, knowing all of this. Could she be trying to do that? Is that why she's studying the Black Blood? Oh no, if her plan is put into action during the evening festivities tomorrow. Okay, holy shit, the timeline is zooming. I have to report this to the doctor and Shinigami-sama fast. Roll. What are these things? Oh boy. God damn, Erica. And okay, she did save the attaché case. I love destroying things. I'm so glad I was born a witch. Okay, you were born a witch. I mean, we kind of, it seemed heavily implied by Angela, but so this is confirmed. You don't choose to be a witch, you just are a witch. I gotta imagine as well, like, being able to blow up Medusa's lab has to, like, even if it is all for Medusa's plan, it must still feel a little bit satisfying. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, Father, there is something I have to ask you. Hi, sup, how you doing? What's the matter, Kid-kun? I'm a Shinigami, but I'm still a child. There are a lot of things I don't know, but as a Shinigami, there's something I want to know. What does the Kishin closest to us mean? Both humans and gods have weaknesses. They seek power to try and fill in those weaknesses. Fear and ambition are two sides of the same coin. No, that's not what I'm asking you about. Hold on. None of that. Oh, the Kishin in your heart. Fuck off. The Kishin closest to us has something to do with why you don't stray very far from DWMA, doesn't it? I want you to tell me all about it. Every last detail. Let's fucking go. Okay. Man, that was only 200 pages. That is crazy. Man, Soul Eater has so much packed into every volume. It's crazy. Yeah, the whole, like, Black Dragon arc has been fantastic. I'm also very glad, honestly, this says a lot about some of the other series I read, but, like, these are monthly chapters that also don't feel like they need to be weekly chapters, if that makes any sense. There's plenty of monthly series I've read where it's like, they refuse to do anything outside of, like, the name of the chapter or, like, the concept of the chapter, because it's like, well, it's a chapter. We want the chapter to feel like a chapter. Whereas I think Soul Eater is very good about, like, having each chapter still be very recognizable, while at the same time being willing to just be like, all right, let's do some other shit if we need to, without, like, jumping all over the place. Like, the fact that we had this entire, like, extended epilogue, basically an entire other chapter after, the Black Dragon, after the Black Dragon sinks the ship known as the Black Dragon, also Nidhogg. But yeah, God, so satisfying. It feels like that's why I feel like, damn, like, Soul Eater doesn't waste any time ever. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. God damn. Yeah, excited to get into the conspiracy stuff here. I'm curious to see how long, how long are we going to stay with Medusa being the nurse now that, like, she's on a time limit? Like, is she going to skedaddle right now? Is she gone? Or, like, is she going to be around for another chapter? Like, when the festivities start, will she still be at the school as, Nurse Medusa? Or, like, is the cover blown? Does she have to speed up things a little more? Because it seems like she was already ready for, to do this big thing during the big event we're about to get into. And yeah, I won't speculate too much on the Kishin themselves, because I feel like that's tainted right now for me. But, in terms of, like, other stuff here, like, yeah, we still don't know why, the concept of Shinigami, or Shinigami plural, or Shinigami singular, like, why the Flying Dutchman has such an aversion to them. That I'm still very, very interested in as a whole. And apart from that, I think truly, I've still got more and more questions about every grouping of people that exists in the series. Continuously. I'm very glad that, yeah, like, simultaneously, you can just go with, like, what a witch is, what an immortal is, what, a weapon is. But at the same time, like, with every chapter, it broadens the questions more and more of, like, what the fuck does that actually mean, though? Like, just the fact that I don't know if the Immortal Clan are all werewolves, or if it's a separate, Free is an immortal and also a werewolf, and also he's got the demon eye. Also, what the fuck is a demon? We've brought up demons so many times. What the fuck is a demon? We have not seen a demon. I don't know if a demon is real or not, or if it's a metaphor. But if it's a metaphor, we bring them up a lot. It feels like they should be real. And if they are, then I would assume they're tied to witches. A, because of, Maba-sama's eye. B, because of the mythology of, like, you gotta sexually degrade yourself with a demon in order to gain witch powers. But then if you're born a witch, how does that work? That could also just be slander, perhaps. I mean, ultimately, I think the thing that, like, really hit the most in this two-parter is, a kid's ideology. The idea that good and evil need to be in balance. But, like, fundamentally, what does that mean? Like, if the balance is evil can't attack people, can't kill people, but it is allowed to be evil. It's like, what are we then saying is okay? And at that point, why is it evil? Like right now as I record this, but I'm recording this during, of course, the era of Saint Luigi, and that is a similar situation of, why is it, why is it good to, to scam people out of insurance? Why is it good to, why is that legal? And then therefore, because it's legal, why does that have this moral superiority of, like, this is good, this is correct? If you kill someone who is, ripping people off and, causing people to die because, they have insurance, but the insurance will not pay for the things that they are paying for their insurance for. Why is that okay? While, being a drug dealer is evil. While killing people, in a more direct way is evil. While killing people in an indirect way, cutting your drugs in order to, make them feel more potent. That's really fucked up. But is that less or more fucked up than, an insurance scam that is going to kill millions and millions and millions of people directly, as a result of, their insurance not allowing them to gain healthcare, which they then need to survive? Like, if there is such a thing as okay evil by, by kid's will, and that also, we don't know if that's the same as, his father's will. But if something like that is still permissible, then is it truly evil? I do think the answer would be yes. The answer is yes, there is no moral problem here, because there is literal good and literal evil. It's like Power Rangers. You can objectively sense if a soul is good or evil. They are actual physical things that you can actually physically feel. And therefore, I do think that then, leads into the thing of, well, okay, if an act is objectively evil and you can sense that it's objectively evil, but, it's within the cycle, it's not unbalancing anything, then is that okay? Does that mean you're not allowed to punish it? Does that mean that it's punishable by normal people? That's no longer within the realm of the gods? I suppose that might be it. That might be a true, the people at DWMA, the Meisters, the weapons, and, Shinigami, they sort out the things that are affecting the balance. Whereas, people are, I suppose, just supposed to, deal with the balance themselves. If some guy's just sort of an asshole. If someone's an asshole, I guess that's okay. But what if you're a really big asshole to the point where you change the balance of the world? Again, if you are running, if you are running a corrupt insurance, provider in the world of Soul Eater, and that creates an imbalance in the lifespans of people, even if nobody, dies 1-to-1. But if you are shortening everyone's lifespans by 20 years, and you are then reducing the amount of human life on the planet, or years of life per person lived on the planet by an appreciable amount, does that not also change the balance of, life and death, of good and evil? If you are creating stressors then push people more to evil, does that not also change the balance? I guess what I'm saying is, if you are a healthcare CEO, where does Shinigami-sama put you on the list? Because I could see him going either way. That's really it. I'm saying this with the sort of a high-minded, this is a big problem. The thing is, there's one guy. There's one guy who could just say yes or no, and he seems pretty chill. I feel like within the realm of Soul Eater, you could just, assuming you are a Meister, you could just call up Shinigami-sama and just be like, hey, I need a judgment call on this one dude. Can I kill him or not? But yeah, honestly, fantastic volume. Volume 1, I think, is still probably the best volume of the series. But, this volume, I think, is, second best right now. It's so good. It's so varied. Everyone gets shit to do. We progress everyone. It's so fucking hard to progress Kid is really the problem. But, this last two-parter was so good for that. I'm really glad we had the exam as well. The exam might be, one of my favorite exam chapters like this. I would say Assassination Classroom has, my number one, exam arcs, but those are also arcs. You can't compare an arc to a chapter. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. In terms of exam chapters, I think this is like #1. This is so clean. It's so funny. The gags are so strong. The balance is also all over the place. Genuinely, there's so much stuff where like, yeah, you can call this, but you can't call this. You can call this, but you can't call this. There's so many twists and turns. It's so fucking fun. And you're like, we got to learn about Ox-kun. If I learn about, I mean, we saw him. We met him. He got a score. That's all I want. That's all I fucking want. We got this whole bit as well with Blair and Spirits. Like, again, banger. So fucking funny. So unbelievably funny. Probably my favorite. Like, it's so hard to beat Blair in, like, like Prologue 1. Like, naturally, she had so much time to shine there. But, like, this is easily #2 in terms of, like, best Blair gags. I love the concept that she just instantaneously, she couldn't help it. She bought the lingerie and then was like, okay, I need to make this right, but I'm not going to like return the lingerie or anything. But also, I do have a copy of the Kama Sutra for some reason. Like, she didn't just buy that. I can't stop thinking. I mean, to be fair, they've seen Blair like in lingerie. So it'd be really sus if she gave Maka her own lingerie. I think that would be much more upsetting. But it is better than the lingerie she just bought. At the very least, it's not see-through. Oh my god. I can't get over the phrasing of, what is this? You can see right through it. I can see the calendar on the wall perfectly clear. Like, perfectly clear. It's that transparent. Dear God. Okay. I've regained the will to live. Now we will go to the volume extras. This is Atsushi-ya, a gathering place for those armed with nuclear power. Okay, fair enough. I appreciate the continuity. I know it's kind of late to ask this. What's with this manga? It's... What do you mean? It's a bonus manga. Okay, so yeah, you do mean you mean Atsushi-ya, not Soul Eater. Good. Because I will say, I will defend Soul Eater. I will not defend Atsushi-ya. Bonus. Doesn't seem like that at all. Sure it is. It shows the interaction between you guys as you help out in this bar. It's a perfectly good bonus manga. But wouldn't our guests rather see what happens behind the scene of Soul Eater instead? Kubo! I mean, that's the thing. They're right. They're fucking right. Why are we stuck with Atsushi-ya? It's been 4 volumes. This shit hasn't gotten good. Why don't we have Larry and Jockey again? We got 2 volumes of Larry and Jockey and they were good. Oh my god. I didn't even think about the fact that we started with Atsushi-ya again. I haven't read Biichi, but I have to assume, like, when I read Biichi eventually, I'm probably not going to do it on the channel. I don't know. If someone wants me to, maybe. But if I read it, like, Biichi, the Atsushi-yas and Biichi had better be the funniest fucking things I've read in my entire life. I don't wanna. It's such a pain. Besides, I can't think of anything behind the scenes to write about. I mean, I do. How do I put it? It really depends on the series, because, like, Soul Eater is a series where there's so much to it, and it's so dense, and so much of the weird shit is shit that I think we will actually get to. Like, I do think we will explain what's the deal with all the people in the series itself, and it will be impactful. Same with, like, you know, all of the, like, you know, like, all the implements of death that are just around. Like, you know, the fact that, you know, like, the graveyard's full of nooses, the fact that Needle Village is full of needles. You know, it does feel like, you know, like, those are an actual tribute to Shinigami-sama. Like, you know, maybe that is a benefit. And so it is all stuff where it's like, I wouldn't want him to answer much here unless it was pointless. And if it's pointless, then I don't really want you to answer that here, right? That said, like, people would want to see Blair wearing the lingerie that she bought, right? Like, do that for a 2-page spread. Like, yeah, like, turn it sideways, big, long, like, fold-out shots, 3 pages of Blair. Done. I've never seen the denizens of a spin-off manga curb stomp the mangaka. Okay, I'll talk about something behind the scenes. It's still too soon, but I have the perfect topic. Okay. You know how Medusa's hair twists together, right? I purposely drew it so that her hair twists in one direction when she's a witch, and the opposite when she's a nurse. Wait, really? Really? Oh, that's so cool. I'll take his word for it. I'm not going to go through I'm going to go through the manga. Okay, so starting here, left one on top when she's a witch. Accurate. And then, yeah, for this bit, it's, like, it is... Right part is slightly bigger, which is, like, you know, the indicator for, like, the right strand is first. Yeah, like a lot of these are like, you're not seeing the actual full braid, but you can see because like this part is like this, because it's like bigger, clearly it's going to then swoop in and be like in the front. But yeah, we don't really see her that much in this volume. But cool, cool, cool. I did it, said. Someone ever asked me, wouldn't people be able to figure out who she is? I could answer. Her hair's twisted differently, so they think she's a different person. Because yeah, like even when we see her with the witch face, the twisting is the same. So of course it would just be like, oh yeah, she's scary, but that's Nurse Medusa. That can't be Witch Medusa. Unrelated. See, take a look at volume 2. Her hair's twisted to the left when she's a witch. Oh, when she first appears. To the twist to the right. Beautifully twisted to the right. Oh, I'm so out of energy now. I was so careful when I drew it too. I wanted to surprise everyone. This one simple little thing is all I wanted to get just right. I've had enough. That's it for now. We'll continue from this point next time. Bye. For those of you who haven't lost all motivation to read a manga by such a stupid author, we look forward to seeing you again. I think I'd write starting with chapter 5. I'm not sure of that at all, though. Banger. You know what? Best Atsushi-ya yet. Of course, it had to dive into the big, the final, like, the final fighting ground of all a bad comedy, which is, now I know that I'm not funny, but, and that is a very dangerous card to play, because once you admit that you are not funny, people will then go, damn, this is that thing that isn't funny. But I actually do really appreciate that. It's such a cool detail, and yeah, it is the kind of detail that truly you could bring up in the story, but it would be like, this would be way too early. Like, yeah, this is the kind of thing that I do think, like, I could definitely see many characters in the series mention. Like, Stein, for sure, I could see just, saying directly, yeah, she does, like, retwist her hair when she's a witch. But, of course, he would need to see her as a witch. Right now, we haven't, like, nobody has seen her in both guises. When she's with the witches, she looks, she's in her witch uniform. When she's, with people, she's in her people uniform. But, yeah, that's definitely something where it's like, this works so well because clearly he caught it and then was like, well, fuck. This reveal won't work much later on the way I intended to use it later on, so I may as well cut it off right now. That is its own big struggle, truly. Like, the bane of anyone trying to do it was like this all along, is the first volume and change sometimes. That whole area is a no man's land of, like, you're trying to set up stuff, you may have a really strong idea of what you're trying to do, but also, as you progress, as you do more stuff, as you, come up with better ideas, and you tie stuff together, and you finally, capitalize on certain things, you might drift away from your original intents. This is really the reverse of that. This isn't even drifting away, this is just, yeah, he fucked it up. He instantly fucked it up. Oh my god. Even then, perhaps he could still save it with context in the future. But yeah, great Atsushi-ya. Ooh, translator notes. These are cut off. How did they scan it like this? Because yeah, it's, we have where's a full page? Yeah, like it'd be so obvious. It'd be so obvious. Yeah, it's fine. When did Nori come up page 21? Oh, that was the chewing on Nori thing. Okay, gotcha. Then immature. Appreciate laying out the cat puns. I just can't keep it for myself. The term Blair here uses is Nekobaba, which is rather fitting. Ah, nice. Then Nidhogg is the name of the dragon who gnaws at the roots of Yggdrasil, a great tree known as the World Tree. I feel like I usually hear people call it a serpent, but serpent dragon, more or less the same thing. And clearly here we're using it for the dragon. That is something that as a very minor part of a scanlation team, I've learned to accept. Sometimes if you just say a translator note and you just put in a tiny bit of bias, you can make people go, I see what you're trying to do there, instead of being unconfident and going, now actually this is very complicated. Sometimes you just gotta be very, very, very forceful and just say, this is how it is. I'm your one source, and if you think, if you can't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong. You can tell me it's more complicated, in which I'll say, of course it's more complicated, but of course I didn't want to make it super complicated in the goddamn notes. The name The Flying Dutchman comes from a legend about a ghost ship doomed to sail to sea forever, never to return home. In some versions of the tale, the Flying Dutchman refers to the ship itself, and others refers to the captain. I guess that does make sense. I've always, the versions I'm familiar with are always the ship rather than the captain. But I guess it does make sense. You could do it either way. Some retellings have it that the captain is only allowed to go to port every certain number of years. The number varies in each version, to seek out a woman to share his fate. Seeing the ship is considered a bad omen. Ooh, that's actually much more information than we actually needed. Cool, cool, cool. That said, I mean, to be fair, he's still alive. He may show up later. This could be, again, a bit of like seeding, a bit of like, listen, while we're here in the translator notes, let me just hit you with a little extra context. You know, right now you're going to think it's just cool, but eventually, when some crazy shit happens, we don't need to go over it again. You'll already be primed. It's fine. And then, yeah, taijutsu, of course. All right. Clean, clean, clean. I'm very glad that we've got the character-based translator notes again. I mean, we had them last volume as well for the witches, but even so, like, I guess what I mean is like the mythology ones. In volume 2, we didn't have translator notes for the mythology stuff, but we had it in volume 1, and then I don't know if we had it in volume 3. I can check that right now, actually. Not really. I guess cat labor. Yeah, I guess cat labor. Because, yeah, everything else is like, you know, it is Japanese. And it is the kind of thing where it's like, you know, if something shows up and it's in Japanese, or like, you know, it's difficult to understand if you don't know, you know, like it's a play on an actual Japanese thing. Like, of course, you gotta translate that. But yeah, like even mentioning Charisma Justice, that's actually pretty cool. Dope, dope, dope. Anyways, that's volume 4. Oh boy, this one might be a bit long. I apologize. I will look over and make sure that if there's anything too bad, I will remove it. But yeah. We're good. Very, very excited for volume 5. Very excited to like, you know, I think volumes 5 and 6 are basically one giant arc. And then after that, you know, I am properly blind as I'm gonna get. So very, very excited to get into there. But I mean, also, I've noticed these reactions are getting longer and longer, so we'll see how that trend goes. I will catch you next time for next Soul Eater. Keep your souls tight. But probably not going to do another one in the next, like, you know, for 2024. This should be the last one in 2024. We'll see. I'll catch you next year for next Soul Eater. Bye for now. Yeah.